He knows when you've been gooning for hours, so be goon for goodness sake.
So I'm going to start you boys off with something that had my daughter stumped for 3 days.
Are we smarter than the fifth grade? Actually, she's not even fifth grade.
Second.
Are we smarter than the first? Are we smarter than a second grader?
Well, if you get it in less than 3 days, then yes.
Yes.
Now, if one of you has heard it before, don't ruin it for the other one. Because it's... I love the what the fuck moment. There's 30 cows in the field and 28 chickens. How many didn't?
Hold on, I think you cut out. Was it 30 cows in the field?
Yeah.
20 and 28 chickens.
How many didn't?
I didn't hear it.
I got it immediately, I think.
Okay, so it would be 10?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck, Dane?
I pulled that on my daughter, and she's like, what? That doesn't make sense. I'm like, yeah, it does. 30 cows in the field, 28 chickens. How many didn't?
Literally, it's like the
Two?
same joke as... It's the same joke as, why is 6 afraid of 7? Because 7, 8, 9.
The funny thing was, whenever I was pulling that on my daughter, my wife had had her moment of realization. She's like, son of a bitch. Because she heard that the whole, several people when she was a kid, and she never understood the joke. And it's like hearing my corny ass. It all suddenly clicked for her. She's like, son of a bitch.
Dude, I love when moments like that happen to me. Like when I watch something I haven't seen in a long time, and I hear a joke that I'm like, oh, that makes so much more sense to me now.
Like Rocco.
For instance, the end of Ace Ventura 1. He's saying that she isn't a virgin. They can tell that? Like, I didn't get that at the time.
Second one.
Yeah, the second, yeah, because the scene in that too where he's, here, mama, oh, mama, here, then she comes in and he just, with the blanket. I didn't realize he was fucking homegirl. I thought he was beating off.
No, I think that scene he is.
No, I think he is.
Oh,
but
okay.
he does eventually, obviously.
Tag that.
He does.
It's a good movie.
Another one of those.
It's better than the first movie.
Another one of those terrible jokes. I pulled this one on my wife a couple years back. Came home from church. She had stayed home. I'm like, dear, someone at church said you sound like an owl. She's like, what the fuck? Yeah, someone at church said you sound like an owl. Who? And I just stood there just like, oh, God damn it.
I saw that joke in a TikTok, and it was somebody going up to their boss, and they go, boss, one of my coworkers has been going around telling everybody that you look like an owl. Or you sound like an owl. And he said, I sound like an owl? Who? And then he sits there and he just, this face just sinks down. He looks at me and he goes, go away.
You know what's funny? I read that joke in a fan fiction.
In a fan fiction? Really?
Yep.
It's just one of those.
Did they add an owl to Star Fox?
It was a Star Fox. But no, it was just two conversations between in the story. It was between Fox's son and Wolf O'Donnell's son, and it's just like, hey, there's someone I know or it's someone I know who's gay and sounds like an owl. Who? And I was just like, okay, fine, whatever. I said that same exact joke to someone I work. I've said this to multiple people while I was working at retail, and I went one for 9, something like that. And when I finally got that one, I was just like, yes, finally. And she just stared at me. It's just like, what? What are you talking? Oh, you ass.
Oh. Working retail, like, half the people who work retail are sharp as a fucking tack and you can't get anything over on those assholes. And the other half are like this dude I used to work with named Todd. And just with the name, you know Todd. Everyone knows a Todd.
We all know it. No, actually, you're right. Yeah, I know a Todd. It took me a while. It's just like, do I know a Todd? Yes, I do.
No joke, one time Todd actually asked, hey, how do they make the baby talk on Family Guy? What? Yeah, how do they make the baby talk?
Now, giving him the benefit of the doubt, was he, in just his own weird way, referring to the fact that sometimes they can understand Stewie and sometimes they can't?
No.
Okay. Then I am backing away from this conversation.
And the thing is, he wasn't even the dumbest guy that we ever had in that department. I can't remember the dude's name anymore. He was not there long. But, like, one of the first things he did, because we were training him for third shift, he's like, you know, I used to work on a lineman crew, and they had a nickname for me. I'm like, oh, what was your nickname? They called me retard.
So this person was dumber than a Todd.
I'm like, why ain't you working on the line crew anymore? Oh, I fell out of a cherry picker. That's how I got this scar. And he pulls his shirt down and he shows me this massive ass scar he has that goes from the base of his neck all the way out the end of his shoulder. I'm like, they call you retard before or after you fell out? Before, I think. I'm like, why'd they let you in the cherry picker?
It's a good question.
What's the worst that could happen?
I went in there one day, I picked up a rotten ass peach and just hurled it as hard as I could right past his nose, and it just explodes on the wall. We were working in the produce department. He's like, you can do that? I said, you're a grown-ass man. You can do whatever the fuck you want. So he picks up one, and he chucks it, and it explodes everywhere. I'm like, good. Now clean that shit up. And I just walk away. The next day, he walks back there with the department manager standing there working on paperwork, hurls one right past his nose, and it explodes on the wall. Got his ass chewed out. He's like, what the fuck is your problem? He's like, Dane told me I'm a grown man and I can do whatever I want. He's like, what the fuck are you doing listening to Dane?
Did Dane also tell you that he's an asshole? Because Dane's an asshole.
Don't you know Dane does his best to get people fired their first week on the job?
Dude, that reminds me of, I've probably told y'all this story before and I apologize, but there's liquor involved now. I'm sitting in Harvey's. And I was one of the office managers, so I was in charge of counting everybody's till when they were done, making sure everything was right, yada yada yada. So I'm ringing up this girl that I've known forever. Her name was Lindsay. I'm not gonna give her her last name, obviously, but her name was Lindsay. And I'd known this girl for literally like a decade at this point, a long, long time. And she's sitting there, and I'm counting the money, and she goes, "Dalton, has anybody ever told you that you count money like a drug dealer?" And I just turned and looked at her like, and then I looked back at Anthony, my boss, who's sitting right there, and he just looks at me and kind of grins and just goes back to doing what he's doing. And I continue to do that. So she starts going like, so what if, and you guys have worked retail, so you'll know what, so like, you know how the office managers also like, well, like when you go on lunch break, they'll use your register. So like if your register comes up like, you know, like $50 short, $100 short, like do you get the blame for it? Or does everyone that worked at the register get the blame for it that day? Or is it? And before I could even answer, Anthony just turns and holds his hand between us and goes, hold on, I'll answer this. And he turns and he looks at it, he goes, we don't have shorts that are $50 to $100. That don't happen. End of story. And then he just turns around and goes back to doing what he was doing. This is the same manager, and I'm only going to admit this on this show. And this is like a Yab Spot level thing. But
I think this is a Yab Spot story. I remember this.
I'm sitting in the office with him, and he just leans over with his phone, and he goes, yo, D, look at this. And it's a African-American woman with no pants on being spread. Let's put it that way. Mm-hmm. And he goes, look at that, look at that. He goes, that's what a real black woman pussies look like. He's like, delicious. And I'm like counting money, and I'm like, nice, man. And he goes, you see them fingers? Those are mine. And I'm like, God damn it, Anthony. I was like, Anthony, I'm done looking at that. He's like, all right, man, all right. He just goes back to doing his just the way he looked at me and just like did his eyebrows. Those are mine.
And speaking of Anthony's fingers, welcome to Dane and Jesse, the Drunken Review.
We'd like to introduce our new guest. It's Anthony.
I'm not doing proper introductions. I'm drunk.
Tremendous, dude. Tremendous. A year, boys.
Happy New Year, gentlemen.
Salute.
Happy New Year.
What are we all drinking?
I'm going to toast the camera. And just so you listeners know I toasted, here's me hitting it against the mic.
I don't know if mine picked up or not. Easy effects
I heard
might have
it.
killed it.
Oh, it did.
I got a pop. I just took off the pop filter, so there you go. Happy New Year, you viewing bastards.
Salud.
Jeff, what you drinking?
I was drinking a Basil Hayden bourbon before. I'm not a bourbon drinker, so what if I'm going to drink that, I'm going to need cola. So I switched to my ever popular Tito's vodka with Sprite.
Vodka.
Dalton, what you imbibing?
Well, I have some greenery, and I can actually tell you what it is. It's called excuse me. It's called Blue Rodeo by a brand called the Old Bellamy Brothers. Apparently, they're like a country bluegrass band that has their own weed, and we sell it. So
By the way,
it's
just so you
really
know,
good.
I also have some greenery.
You do.
I'm holding a plant.
But I also have this bottle here that I literally bought almost a year ago for tonight.
Ooh.
I bought this for tonight.
A year ago. He knew it. He knew in advance, viewers.
Well, yeah, because I was on the last Drunken Review, and it was a good time. So I figured, yeah, I'll join the boys for the next one. I didn't realize at the time that I'd be sitting in as often as I am now. But
Quick question. Every time I say viewers, do you guys, even if it's for a split second, just get a little self-conscious, like, who the hell is viewing us?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so.
I always feel like somebody's watching me, and I have no privacy.
Oh, did you
So
buy
this
an
is
Alexa?
It's funny. My dad had an Alexa, and he thought it was super cool. And then when he started reading more about it, he unplugged it and put it in a drawer and hasn't used it since. So Wolcott, authentic Kentucky-made bourbon, fine charred in American oak. It's bottled in bond, distilled by Barton, 1792. So when I bought this, me and my dad were like, what the hell does bottled in bond mean? So I looked it up, and there is, in order to be considered a bottled in bond whiskey, bourbon whiskey, it has to be exactly 100 proof, 50% alcohol. It has to have, I think there's like a very, very specific way that this is made. And they've been making it that way since 1792, which is why that is on there as well. And I'm not going to lie, dude, this is some smooth tasting shit. Like, it's really quite good. And it's not super expensive either, which is nice. Although I'm sure that this brand has more expensive kinds, but this one that I got, the bottled in bond one, is really tasty.
Might have to check that out because I'm always looking for good bourbons. But I am sipping I still have some of that gifted Scotch courtesy O'Connor, the Del Bach. And I cracked it open for the last Drunken Review, and I continue the tradition now because I still have some left.
Hell yeah.
Dalton,
I remember.
If I'm just from what I'm looking up, it seems to be about a $40 bottle.
Yeah. So it's not breaking the bank. I mean, it's also not cheap either, but there's some bottles that are a bit more. But yeah, dude, this is just it's smooth, it's tasty.
Well, see, a $40 whiskey is a good price, just like a $20 bottle of wine. That's a good price. You can pay more, but like your quality to price trade-off, that's kind of that's the sweet spot for the average person, unless you're just snobbing with it.
Yeah, it's like every now and then you might want to spend, that $200, get the blue label or something like that. But, Black Label to me is just fine, So I don't know.
I was tempted to buy a Blue Label for my dad. He turned 75 last year. I was like, you know what? I've always bought him, a bottle of a scotch since basically I turned 25. And every year I always try to get him, kind of a different bottle, except he loves Dewar's. He's always been a Dewar's fan. But just like $200. No, I'm going to buy you your normal. I'll buy you a nice bottle, like a Black Label, and I special order these special cigars. So
I am.
Now, when it comes to cigars, I really like a Perdomo.
Well, the kind I ordered, they're called Mayflowers, and so he's like, "Oh, thanks you so much. These look great. I'll smoke them when I'm in Florida." Which now they're in Florida, we will wait and see what he thinks.
I've not really
Yeah.
got super deep into the cigar land. I was always a pipe tobacco guy, but out of all the cigars that I've tested and sampled, like Perdomo, as far as just like general branding, that has been my preferred one.
I'm not a smoker, but I have smoked, a fair amount of cigars. I have to say, probably some of my favorite ones are Capones. They're little tiny cigarillos, but they were liquor dipped. And the two that I really liked were one was shit. It wasn't whiskey. It might have been bourbon dipped or something. And the other one was cognac. Yes, I am pronouncing it because it's America.
You say cognac, I say bagel.
Same thing. What the hell is that one? Now I'm gonna have to look it up. What is the Capone Cigarillos?
Now, if you ever want to test something that will put hair on your hairs, not just hair on your chest, but hair on the hairs, used to be done by Dunhill, now it's Peterson. Same recipe. It's a pipe tobacco nightcap.
It was rum, by the way, which I should have done that. But since we're at the start of the new year, my the counter's been reset to 0. I'm retarded. That's how it works, right?
Yeah, you get 3 a year.
3 a year, perfect.
And I was quoting earlier, so mine don't count.
Sorry, boys. I needed an ice run. And I
just run these nuts.
This nifty True Leave thing that I got from work that retains heat or cold.
It's a thermos, not a bong.
Thank you. I couldn't think of the Yeah, it is like a thermos of sorts. I was like, it's an insulated cup, but that doesn't sound nearly as cool as thermos.
Dane, what are you drinking? What are you partaking in this this magical evening? Since you're the only one who hasn't answered yet.
Oh,
He
yeah, I did.
absolutely answered. Were you not paying attention?
Did he answer?
Yeah, the scotch.
I think I was.
I'm still drinking the scotch that Connor sent.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I did miss the name of it. What is the name of it?
Del Bach, I think, is what it is.
I know Connor's mentioned sending that to me at some point, but sending booze to Florida is real weird. She can't directly send it to me, but she can have it drop shipped. Like, it's weird. I don't know. It's just very strange.
Well, it's like there's some states that are really weird about putting tobacco in the mail. Like, I think Washington or Oregon, one, they can't order from the big, like, online tobacco outlets because they won't ship there.
It's so strange. I put that at, like, the same level as, like, credit card companies saying you can't buy porn games with our credit card. Or your debit card. Thinking, this is my money, motherfucker. If I want to buy a porn game, I'm going to buy a porn game.
Well, to be fair, I wouldn't want to use a debit card for something that's easily accessible online.
Well,
something that
the real issue is they don't want their brand associated with it. And with all of the bullshit that happened with Steam a few months ago and the shit that's going on with Japan, like, I really think they're getting ready to get their asses nailed to the wall and be told, yeah, you can't do that. You're here to facilitate transfer of money from one place to another. I think they're on the verge of getting rendered a utility. At least that's what I want to see happen.
Right? It's like, no, you are just a useful tool between me and my money, motherfucker.
It's like nobody carries cash now.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I always carry like a few dollars with me, but yeah, for the most part, I just got my credits. I never use my debit card just because, like you can't really even trust keypads anymore because people can put some sort of device on it that steals your information.
Yeah.
No one's really with a debit card, it's just like there's no, once the money's gone, like for the most part, it's kind of just like saying goodbye to that money. Whereas with a credit card, you have a chance to stop it.
Well, if you're using a debit card, never punch your PIN in because that is the validation that you were the one who made the purchase. Always run it as credit, and you got the same protections. The only time you can't run it as a credit
cards that I use.
But the only time you can't run a debit card as a credit and complete a transaction is when you're getting cash back.
But nobody really has that George Costanza wallet anymore. You know what I mean?
No. I've got that tiny Ridge wallet that I love.
Yeah, the Ridge wallet. I was going to say, everyone now loves those little sleek, tiny as you can get it wallets.
Well, see, I've got a nice
leather one.
See, I've got me a nice leather one, but the way it stacks the cards and where I have to carry so damn many for all the different shit that I need cards for, it breaks them right along the fucking magnet strip. Like they're perfectly spaced, and it just breaks them right along that. And then when you try and use them for anything, fucks them up.
Well, you need to get yourself a nice Ridge wallet.
I've got a knockoff Ridge wallet.
Promo code Grumpy Jeff.
Yeah, right.
If only.
Give it time.
So I keep all my little store loyalty cards in the leather one stuck inside my center console, and I've got my little knockoff Ridge wallet that I carry everywhere with me.
I have no store loyalty. I just enter my phone number.
Yeah, there's a couple stores around here that if you ain't got the card, you can't put in the number. They're few and far between, but there's a couple of them. Like for some reason, at least around here, Ingles, you can't use your phone number. You got to use the card.
Well, it's the same with like Costco. You have to be a member, otherwise it's like you can't. You really shouldn't even be in there.
Oh, that's different because they got to validate the membership whenever you scan the thing, and it's like a pseudo ID.
I remember when I worked at Harvey's. Again, it was always, you got your Harvey's card? Nope, I got my phone number. All right, because it was either or. You could use both.
Yeah.
Now,
sometimes I'd be like, you got your heart, and the way little old lady would just have it in my face already. Like, here it is. Scan it. All right.
If you ever go in a store that lets you use a phone number and you don't have a card for them, you would be amazed how often this works. Use the local area code and then 8675309. So many people just write in that fake phone number.
Well, if you ever see Jenny, thank her for me.
Try it out.
Although, I think she died
Jesse's
of
mom?
AIDS, according to Forrest Gump.
No, I think the author says it was hepatitis C.
Oh.
I think that's stated in the book. But you went Forrest Gump. I went. Is that Jesse's mom? Because she's got to go.
No, it's Jesse's girl. It's Stacy's mom.
Stacy's mom.
That's right. Yeah.
Same thing.
But both of them, they're the same person, and her name's Jenny.
Jenny.
See, I always thought it was Debbie because she never had it all. One Prozac a day. Her husband's a CPA. Her dreams went out the door when she was 24. Only been with one man. What happened to her plan? Jeff, she was going to be an actress. Jeff, she was going to be a star. Jeff, she was going to shake her ass on the hood of Whitesnake's car. It's right on the tip of Jeff's tongue. I can tell. It's like, goddamn, I know what that's from.
I've heard this before. What is this from?
Just like Springsteen, Madonna, way before Nirvana, there was U2 and Blondie, and music still on MTV. Her two kids in high school.
I don't know if I've ever, because it's you, or I don't know if I've ever heard of this.
1985.
1985.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I've ever heard of that.
Originally written by SR-71, and then covered by Bowling for Soup, and Bowling for Soup's version got way more popular.
Guys, you seem to forget how uncultured I am, and yet I'm the one you decided to have a podcast with.
See, you say you're uncultured, but every time I fuck up with a movie, you bust my balls on it instantly.
Because it's Nick Cage. Everyone has a fascination with Nick Cage.
One of the Dropped Frames episodes I was watching the other day was the Game Awards, where they announced Nick Cage as Nick Cage in Dead by Daylight. And they brought out Nick Cage to talk about Nick Cage being Nick Cage in Dead by Daylight. And the guys from Dropped Frames were like, oh, fuck yeah. Oh, god damn it. Nick Cage is the man. Everyone fucking loves him. Like, he's commanding the stage. Like, all this shit. I was like, this is just like if me, Dane, and Jeff were watching this and just being like, fucking Nick Cage is the man.
Hell yeah. It's like, was it Finn that posted that picture of him and his, is it his wife that's 30 some years younger than him?
And it's just like, yeah, it's Nick Cage. It's normal with him.
Like, Nick Cage is the only actor that I'm like, yeah.
Any other person, you're going, that I have serious questions, but Nick Cage, yeah, I get it.
Jim Carrey does it, creepy. Leonardo DiCaprio does it, expected, still creepy.
Nick Cage, expected, normal.
I was going to say, there's a few of those dudes, like Jerry Seinfeld, though.
Yeah, Jerry Seinfeld was like 20 years or something like that.
I think his girlfriend was 18 and still in high school, so I think that's what made that weird.
Well, it's Dane Cook is another one.
See, my whole thing is like, if there's that big of an age gap, what the fuck do you talk about?
Taylor Swift.
Brother, when I was working at Walgreens and I had that little like 18-year-old hitting on me and wanting to do the nasty and all of that, I would always avert around it because I always said, what am I going to talk with her about once we're done? Because you got to lay there and have a conversation for a little bit. Like, well, you don't have to, but you know what I mean? The respectful thing to do.
Dude, I'm almost 40. I go to sleep.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But I was always just like, okay, so say that we did make this a thing. What are we going to... Yeah, what's dinner conversation? What are we going to talk about? Work? Because other than that, we have nothing in common.
I mean, what the hell kind of thing do you talk to somebody who, like, you know, and I'm fast forwarding us a few years, like, their biggest cultural touchstone was waving their arms and yelling 6'7". How do you have a conversation with somebody like that?
Yeah, all the things that I enjoyed,
don't know what that means.
It really doesn't mean anything, Jeff. If you don't know what it means, then you're right there with everybody else.
Fantastic.
It comes from a rap song. I don't remember the rapist's name, but
the rapist.
Yeah, the rapist. But he says something about 6'7" as though it's being called over the police radio, and for that area, a code 6'7" is a dead body that's been found. So the implication being that he killed somebody. Now, why they latched onto that, I don't know, but that's where it started. So
when you were, and I don't remember which one of you said it. Talk about entering phone numbers. I think it was you, Dalton. Why didn't you go 867-5309?
Because
we're
I have
adults.
my brain intact.
This is true.
Now, I will say, when I first saw 6'7", I thought it just meant you were calling somebody crazy because I was thinking of the British. They're all 6s and 7s, which means they're a bit off their rocker. They're a bit loony. And
I've never heard that one.
From the scene in Austin Powers Goldmember where he's sitting across from Michael Caine and he goes, Dad, if you're going to be dirtying from the girls, at least speak English. And then he's like, oh, right, you need to pop down to the diddly and the bop. Oh, yeah, you know the problem was all 6s and 7s. Yeah, and then she shat on a turtle.
I remember the subtitles, like, translating, blurs into question marks.
Yes. Yeah, because that's one of my favorite jokes. Oh, Dad, what's wrong with your neck? Well, I took a Viagra. I got stuck on me throat. I've had a stiff neck for hours. I thank you. Michael Caine's the man. Michael Caine.
He's the only reason why that movie works. Otherwise, it is perfectly okay.
He is an international treasure.
I can't even say it's not a good movie, but it's a good movie because it literally is just a movie.
It's a good movie. It's not a good movie, but it's a good movie. No, I'll give it that.
It's just a movie.
No, which is better, 1 or 2?
One.
Austin Powers.
Ooh.
I think it's just because Elizabeth Hurley is just such a beautiful woman, more so than Heather Graham.
Yeah, but I really liked... Dude, Austin Powers 2's opening is one of the greatest opening cinematic sequences in history where he's walking around completely naked, and like there's always something covering his junk. Because it's after Elizabeth Hurley, he finds out she's the fembot, and then he makes her explode, and then he goes, "Wait a tick, that means I'm single again. Oh, behave!" And he starts running through the hotel naked, and that scene where like he stops and he sees the kid with the pinwheel, and he starts dancing back and forth, and the pinwheel just follows his crotch. It's just like it's
one of the jokes I really do love though in that movie is it turns out that Vanessa was a fembot the whole time. Yes, we knew all along, sadly. And Austin just like looks at the camera. It's just like, it's like, what? Why the hell did you let me marry her? And I think the only reason why she wasn't able to do that movie is just because of a schedule conflict.
Well, the way they wrote her out was brilliant. You got to give them that.
Well, yes.
Was it Goldmember, the one where this coffee tastes like shit?
No, it's the second one.
It is shit, Austin. Oh, well, good.
Oh.
Then I'm not the only one who thinks it then.
It's a bit nutty.
It's a bit nutty. God damn, dude. Those movies are funny as fuck.
The problem, I think one is funnier than two because two I think just leans in just a little bit too much, whereas it's very self-aware of the fact. It's like the first movie understands it's a parody, but it still tries to be respectful of that. Whereas the second movie, it's just like, we know we're a parody. We're just leaning all the way in. And three just doesn't give a shit. But
three repeated too many of the jokes from two.
Yes. And also we learned that Mini-Me is a tripod.
God damn,
Baby's arm holding an apple.
Look at that. It's like a tripod. It's baby's arm holding an apple.
It's like got yourself like a little kickstand. You could take a nap.
Is it? Yeah, it's the first movie where Elizabeth Hurley, they're in the tent and it's just pulling. She looks like she's pulling things out of Austin's ass. Or no, that's Heather Graham. That's in the second one. Just funny as hell.
You guys can still hear me, right?
Yeah, I can still hear you. I just can't see you anymore.
Well, my camera decided to just freeze, so I'm trying to reset it.
Yeah, I was worried that it was my Discord shitting itself again. I was just going to keep it to myself.
I think I have a nostalgia factor for Goldmember because I got it for Christmas on DVD at one point. So my PlayStation that was hooked up in my room, I had a PS2 hooked up to a TV, so I would just throw Goldmember on at night and go to sleep to it. It's the only thing I really enjoy of Beyonce's entire catalog of anything she's done.
See, I have that same feeling, but for The Legend of Drunken Master.
I don't know if I know that.
Guys, keep talking, and 1 second.
You're good. But we had filmed the Jackie Chan movie, A Legend of Drunken Master, off of HBO or some shit. And for a year, because me and my brother shared a room at the time, like that was our pop it in the VCR and hit play and go to sleep movie.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't until years later when I found out that was actually the sequel film. So that was Legend of Drunken Master 2 that we got, and it was released as part 1.
Was it one of those situations where the first one only came out in China or something like that?
I'm sure it eventually got a U.S. release, but like at the time, yeah, that was the only one that came out.
Huh. That's interesting. I know they've done that a lot with video games, but it's interesting to think about them doing it with movies.
Jeff's died again. We're going to have to resurrect him.
I have no idea what the hell's going on with my camera. It just all of a sudden froze, and now it won't turn back on.
It does.
Did you try unplugging the actual camera, or is it built into your shit?
No, let me try that. All right. Now I just got to find the fucking cable, so...
Welcome to #Tech Talk.
I was going to say, this is amazing. This happened last night during the Mortal Kombat episode, too. Willie started having issues.
It's got to be something with Discord right now.
Well, no, Willie's issue was that he was coming through, he was talking to us through his microphone, but Audacity was recording him through his headphone mic. And, so he tried to fix it, and then couldn't. So there's a cut in the episode, if you haven't listened to it yet, where he goes, well, if you're not a Patreon, you'll hear this. Well, I don't know when this is going to come out. So it'll be like, Willie be like, hold on 1 second, boys. I'm having an issue. I want to try to fix it real quick. Hey, I'm back. I didn't fix it.
No, yeah, I heard that. It's like, yep, it sounded the exact same. Well done.
I did my best with it, man. But he was very apologetic about it. I'm like, nah, dude, don't worry about it. It should happen.
Now, hasn't he made the full swap to Linux like I have?
Yeah. Yes. And we've had nothing but issues since.
So he just has not overcome that particular struggle yet. Because I overcame that struggle before we started recording.
I think he said next time he records with the show, he's just going to boot into Windows and see if it works better that way.
I keep telling him just bite the bullet, swap to Arch. Because I think he's running Linux Mint now.
I'm not sure. I know whatever he's running, he had an issue running Mortal Kombat 9, and then he booted into Windows and still had issues running Mortal Kombat 9. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I think Jeff died.
He'll come back. He always comes back.
That could not have been timed any fucking more perfect. Oh my God.
I wish we streamed a video for this shit.
We could be a video podcast because the fact that you said that and you're like, he'll come back. Boom, he pops in. He always comes back. Boom, his camera comes on and is working again. And I'm like, ah!
Secretly,
Magical.
I've been hearing you guys the whole time. Even when I was out, I shut down Discord. I heard you.
He always hears you.
I hear everything.
He knows when you're sleeping.
He knows when you're awake. He knows when if you've been bad or good, so be good for God's sake, he's coming.
The problem is because I had to, I started pulling cables, and it stopped Audacity.
Okay.
But I hit recording again, so we're back in it. So it's just gonna, you'll see the cut.
All right, I'm just making a note of that. I'll be able to patch you back in.
But yes, I've been here. I always hear you guys. Even when Discord was shut down, I was hearing you.
So, gentlemen, I have a question for both of you.
I don't know what happened to my camera.
6 inches.
You got a full, well, actually more than a full, but now an entire full year under your belt of doing media dump. How do you boys feel?
We still don't have a full year, so we can't answer that question.
Well, we have a
year and a half.
We have, if you remove our 2 hiatuses from last year and ran everything together, we've been doing this for over a year straight. So it is a fair assessment.
Yeah, Jeff.
Now, we don't have a consecutive year yet. An unbroken
That'll be the real
year.
achievement.
That'll be 2025. Plus, now that Fallout Season 2 is out, we'll get some mini-sodes in the bank.
Which I still haven't watched yet.
Me either, because I heard that they didn't drop the whole thing at once, and I wanted to just be able to binge all the way straight through it.
It baffled me last night and the reason I asked this is because we were coming to the realization last night. I was like, I've been on every episode of Steam Machine Podcast for 5 years. 5. And I think we've only missed a couple weeks here and there, other than when we swapped to bi-weekly, obviously. But Nate, I realized a couple things. One, Ryan was only on the show for roughly 6 months, which is wild to me because that was when I started doing episodes by myself, because Nate joined. His first episode was in January of 2021. And I was like, dude, we started the show in June of 2020. So that tells me that Ryan only lasted roughly 6 months. But the other thing that was wild to me is that some of these games that we think about that I'm like, oh yeah, we did that not that long ago, is actually more like Yakuza 0 was the one we were talking about. We were like, dude, we did that 4 years ago. What the fuck? Time flies, man. So I was just curious how you boys are feeling after a year. Doesn't have to be consecutive, but
no different.
It feels
Still
like we kind
it?
of fell into our rhythm with shit.
Yeah.
Our river of shit.
Our river of shit. We fell head first into the river of shit. We don't have a paddle. We don't even have an inflatable raft. But we're moving.
Trying to drink our way out. We got this.
But
somehow,
I think those first few episodes where I was very, very insistent about we got to have a game at the end of every episode, and I was stressing about, all right, how do I fucking shoehorn some kind of bullshit into this? And then just kind of dropping it for, you know what, we'll do a game when it feels appropriate. And then I think my magnum opus was last year's Drunken Review, and I have not yet come up with anything to top it.
I don't know, man. Well, this was Steam Machine, but that time that you were like, all right, Metal Gear quiz, and then you started quizzing us on actual like Metal Gears, just
And
the way that
Willie.
I watched in real time Willie's mind just melt. Like,
Like,
was
all the
so
gears in
good.
his brain ground to a halt, and then he went through all the stages of grief in less than 10 seconds. Like, wait, what? No, you can't. What? No.
Yeah, it's fantastic, dude. Just I love it. I mean, you guys have heard the story that when the Steam Machine started, I was gonna have this whole thing with it, and I gave up on that. I gave up on making the robot talk. That was a lot of extra work, man.
I just realized that eventually it's just like one thing that works for us is we go on so many tangents that literally that is our shtick.
Yeah, just leaning into the wandering conversation.
It's like we need to have listener questions and all that. It's just like, no. The one thing that you and we do extraordinarily well is our deviation into our world of tangents. Sometimes it's just like, okay, that makes sense and how it works. Other times it's just like, how did they get there?
I love the moments when we're like, wait, how the fuck did we wind up here? Because, like, wasn't it the Alien episode where we wound up talking about Adam Sandler for 20 minutes?
Yeah,
That sounds about right.
yeah. It's like, wait, how did this come up? And then none of us can remember at that point, so we're just like, yeah, whatever.
Because we went on like 20 different tangents before we finally landed on Adam Sandler. It's like, what was our journey?
I loved. Well, actually, I love, I should say, because it still happens. Anytime that one of us says something about tangents, and Fenris is immediately like, "Oh, tangents! Oh, you guys are talking about tangents. The most tangent podcast that has ever tangented."
That's why my favorite episodes are Oops All Tangents, which is basically all our episodes. We have no topic of conversation.
Yeah.
It's all tangents.
I think if we had naming the show to do over again, that's what it would have been called, was Oops All Tangents with Teen and Jeff.
I mean, it's not too late for us to rebrand ourselves.
Nah, I'm all in. I got all the socials for DJ Media Dump, even though I've never used a single
Well, then, just change a letter. Dane and Jeff's Tangent Dump.
You know, speaking of grabbing domains real quick, the other day on Drop Frames, they were talking about they had
God
on.
damn it! Again with you drop frames.
Well, that's because that's just what I've been watching lately. Co was like, when Final Fantasy VII, when they were talking about what was coming after remake, their guests were like, they were talking about what could be possibly the names, and they came down to either Rebirth or Reunion would probably be what they would be, right? Which ended up both being correct. Co immediately went and bought FF7 Rebirth and FF7 Reunion domains, and needless to say, he was immediately like, no, I mean, if they ever like contacted me and was like, yo, we want those, I'm not gonna like be like, oh, $10,000. He goes, I just thought it was a goof. So if they ever actually want them, but it's just funny. So yeah, kudos to grabbing those before some listener did exactly what he did, is what I'm getting at.
Well, I did get us a .com, even though I've not put anything on it yet. We do have djmediadump.com.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
The only thing it's used for is discord.djmediadump.com will take you to the TSMP Discord invite.
What you should do is take that URL, have it transfer to Tadpog's Tara Reid nip slip.
Tara Reid nip slip. It is a nice nip. Nice nip to slip.
Oh. So do we want to go ahead and do our first golden dick turtle?
I would love that, my good sir.
So
Sure,
for
why
anyone,
not?
Mick, who didn't listen to last year's Drunken Review, the way we do our rewards here on Media, we have a very prestigious award that we hand out, known as the Golden Dick Turtle. It is exactly what it sounds like. And for our first category, and we'll all kind of pick our own. And in the event that all of us want to pick the same thing to award a Dick Turtle to, this is going to be a very rare event. We might actually invent the Platinum Dick Turtle tonight. So if that happens, I don't know that it will one day. So to start off, first Golden Dick Turtle Award that we're going to be handing out, the most fun podcast you recorded in 2025.
I'll go first. My favorite episode that we recorded was our South Park episode. What's that, Mick? You don't remember us doing that? Well, that's on you, because it was a good one.
Oh, come on.
Also, fuck you. We're not doing South Park. No, I'm going to repeat this one very shortly, but my most fun episode that we recorded for 2025 was our Thing episode.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm with you 100%. Whenever I wrote that down, I'm like, our lost episode, The Thing, was probably the most fun that we had.
Man, that episode was so much fun. I got Dalton to spit take. It was just a lot of fun. And if you just if we just kind of, well, I don't know if your answers are going to be the same as mine, but do you want me to just go ahead and say it now for what the next topic?
I didn't even answer.
I figured it was the same.
We'll get to it. We'll let Dalton answer.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Dalton,
Okay.
So,
now you've got way more podcasts to talk about than we do. So what was the most fun
that is
podcast you
true.
recorded last year?
well, so I was gonna say the most fun for Steam Machine that I did, probably the Steamy Awards. That's always a great time. We always have a lot of good conversation on that. My favorite episode for Dane and Jeff's Media Dump this year is tied. So I had an absolute blast with Willy's Wonderland, but I'm just not quite sure that gave me the amount of pleasure as watching you two absolutely shit all over Q2 Hypercube. Because I knew going into that y'all were either going to absolutely hate it or appreciate it for it being so bad that it's hilarious. And y'all went with the absolutely hating it, and it was glorious, dude.
That was a fun one just because of the fact it's like, okay, I understand. This is going to be a bad movie. But bad movies can be fun. You know, we've watched a number of them. And the entire time I'm just going, fuck you, Dalton. This is not fun.
The end of that in the chat when Jeff just goes, well, that was a movie.
I stand by that statement. That was a movie.
You were like, it's not even so bad it's good. It's just, it exists.
Nothing. It exists.
All right. I don't know if I told y'all this during the episode, but I'll tell you now. I watched Hypercube at times and a half speed.
Yeah.
You know how they say that it doesn't hurt as bad if you rip a Band-Aid off fast?
They lie.
That might be true for Band-Aids. It's not true for Hypercube.
Yeah. I wonder if, like, part of me really liked that movie when I was a kid because I just really thought the chick in the red dress was hot. And,
Well, sure.
Being a young boy doing young boy things, you know.
Well, you like what you like. You know, when I was a kid, I was just like, Revenge of the Nerds. Hell yeah.
Look,
Titties.
Jeff
Boobs.
likes Speed Racer, so look, no one's perfect. And I shit all over the Speed Racer cartoon.
And I love Speed Racing. So
Trust me, I know. It is, I still watch it now. I'm just going, wow, this is bad.
But it's
I
great.
love it.
It's great.
It's
yeah,
great.
It's
It's not a good anime, but it's a good anime.
It's a good anime, dude. Yeah. My dad. I was
now
talking
the movie. It's now the I will say the one thing that made me very happy is the fact that you watched the movie, and it's just like that has become a father-daughter movie.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you know what, that warms my heart.
I was so surprised by how much I enjoyed the Speed Racer movie, and because I had no interest in watching it prior to that, and it was just a case of I fucking stand this cartoon, but I know he loves the movie. I'm gonna give the movie a shot. And once my eyes quit bleeding and I had adapted and calloused up to it, I fell in love with it. And me and my daughter watched that movie probably 3 times within 2 weeks after we did that episode.
Now, Jeff, you probably wouldn't. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, and that makes me happy. Dalton, go ahead.
You probably already know this, being the Speed Racer fan. My dad told me this, and I was like, that makes a lot of sense. So I was always making the joke with my dad that, like, back then with the anime, it's like they didn't even try to line up the mouth, right? Mm. And he goes, so my dad's been watching it on MeTV Tunes.
Yep, okay.
So it comes on that at night, and then it comes on, I think, in the morning sometimes too. So he was been watching it on that, and they do, it's called Toon Academy or something like that, where they'll give you facts about the cartoons that you're watching. And one of them was this thing about how in Speed Racer, the dialogue is so fast because Japanese is so quickly spoken that they were trying to fit all the words in while the character's mouth was still moving. So that's why they're like, Speed, what are you doing? You need to go over there. And they're talking so because they're trying to keep up with the movement of the mouth for the Japanese. And I'm like, oh, well, that actually makes a lot of fucking sense now.
That makes a lot of sense, yeah.
Go, Speed. Go, Speed.
Oh.
So what's the excuse for Dragon Ball Z being half screaming?
That I don't know. When that comes on MeTV Tunes, I'll let you know. I'll find out. That wouldn't surprise me if one day I just walk in and I'm like, it's MeTV Tunes and my dad's watching the original Dragon Ball or something. You know, I'd be like,
there's so much Goku dick in the original Dragon Ball.
Yes, there is.
And then in Dragon Ball GT, there's so much Goku dick, just baby Goku dick. Every time you turn around. That's why I made the Dirtbag Goku quiz. He exposed himself to his granddaughter in GT.
I remember walking out in the living room one day and my dad's just watching this. It was a live action thing, but it seemed very anime, and I'm like, what are you watching? And he's like, I think it's called Cowboy Bebop. And I went, no shit. It's like, word? I was like, are you liking it? He's like, yeah.
The live action Cowboy Bebop was better than it had any right to be.
Correct.
But they should have done it with Keanu Reeves back when he was pushing for it so fucking hard. He did his damnedest to do a live action Cowboy Bebop movie for years, and no one would give him the money. And he was going to place back.
But I thought John Cho did a good job.
He did, and I will give it props, but I hate that we lost out on that.
I do want to say my dad has no knowledge of the anime, so he was just watching that as a sci-fi movie, and he really enjoyed it a lot.
I do hate that they canceled it after one season instead of letting them finish up, but way better than it had any right to be.
I'm just trying to look up the who played Mustafa Shakur. I thought he did a great job as Jet. And Daniela Pineda as Faye.
Yeah, she didn't leave a super big impression for me.
No. She was just there. You might as well just replaced her with a cardboard cutout of the anime Faye. And it's like, okay, that makes about as much sense.
Which, for me, remembering back, because I haven't actually watched the original Cowboy Bebop cartoon since I was in high school. I was never that into the shit with Faye. I was always more into the backstory for Spike and for Jet.
Vicious. Or Jet.
Like, the Vicious storyline was even just kind of like, you know what, it's a fun little arc, but I liked more of the stuff prior to that.
I like the fact that I got into that anime just because of the damn title theme.
That
it's
is like the most kick-ass song ever.
This jazz theme. And then I found the full version, which is like 3.5 minutes long. I was just like, fuck yeah.
Dude, you saying that just sparked a thing in me. And you boys, I might have talked about this on Steam Machine before, but every podcast is someone's first podcast, and Dane and Jeff's is not Steam Machine. So, I'm curious. Have either of you ever heard the band? I think it was the Black Dahlia Murder.
I've heard of.
So it was either
I may have.
No, Actually, I'm sorry. I believe it was Between the Buried and Me. I used to get them. Anyway, one of those, I believe it was Between the Buried and Me. Anyway, they were like a post-hardcore band. So they would play like heavy riffs with some dissonant stuff and like heavy screams. But they were all, like literally every one of them was a classically trained jazz musician. So they would be playing these metal songs, and suddenly in the middle of the song, it just drops into doonch, 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 and they all just start playing jazz. Good fucking jazz for like 3 minutes, and then just drop back into a fucking metal song out of nowhere. It used to throw me off so much, dude, because I would be getting into the jazz and be like, oh, this is pretty chill. And then it just, when you're like, oh man, I could dance to the, they drop back into the metal, and you're like, God damn.
What always kills me about jazz in general, when you're like watching it done live, and these people are just making shit up, and they're just going along to do, and one of them like, and then they all just start bust out laughing, like there's some weird joke, and you're not a fucking part of it.
Yeah, it's one of the jokes in jazz is like no note is a wrong note. If you're playing jazz and you're just playing stuff, it's like you can just play whatever the fuck you want. No one in the crowd's going to notice. Everyone you're playing with will. You know what I mean? So that might be why they giggled, is the dude hit a wrong note and they're all like, ha ha. But none of y'all listening are going to notice. That was one of the first things my dad taught me. When you're on stage and you make a mistake, keep going. Don't even act like you made a mistake, because no one watching is going to notice. And if they do, not enough of them are going to notice the matter. Because they're all just focused on the entire performance.
Yeah, the audience takes in the gestalt.
Yeah.
You're going to get shit out backstage, but the audience don't give a fuck.
You say gestalt. So at work, we have a strain called Pastelito, and it's shortened to PSTLTO, or no, LT. So I always say Pastalt in my head. So people will be like, can I get one of the Pastelitos? And I'm like, one Pastalt. Yep, you got it. And then they're like, what? No, that's Pastelito. I'm like, no, yeah, I got you.
Dude, being a Linux nerd, I do shit like that all the time. And that's how I remember, like, whenever I'm playing in command line, my flag set, like, if you want to list all the things in a directory, it's ls. That lists everything, all the folders that you got, all the files you got, all that shit. You type in ls. But if you want specific information or it formatted a certain way, you got to put dash, this, that, and the other. So my preferred ls set of flags is Ahegao. Capital A-G-H-O. Ahegao. And I know you know.
Yeah. Yes, I do.
But it's how I remember. I told that to Willie. He's like, that's fucking brilliant. I love it. And I think he went and tested it.
Jeff, if you're Googling Ahegao, be careful.
No, I'm looking.
Okay.
Add in
I'm looking up
alpaca
for a
afterward.
future,
It makes it a little bit safer. The Ahegao alpacas.
I'm just looking up future answer for a future question.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, the next one's kind of, I don't know. I got to think.
So, shall we move on to the next Golden Dick Turtle?
Yes.
One of our less prestigious awards that we hand out. The most disappointing movie or show that you watched in 2025. And I will make note, you did not have to have done an episode on your nomination. This is something you personally watched, whether it was for a show or not.
Can I go first on this one? Because I think mine might be slightly controversial, but there's a reason.
Be my guest.
The most disappointing movie that I watched this year, I actually really enjoyed the movie, but it still really disappointed me. And that movie is Event Horizon. So I really, really enjoyed Event Horizon, but I went into that movie hearing about, there's these scenes that you just won't believe, that they go to hell and you see these visions and they're gory and they're crazy. And I was always like, oh my God, I need to see Event Horizon. And then I watched it and it happens in such quick. Now we talked about why in the episode, but it happens in such quick flashes that by the end I was like, that's it? That's what everybody was talking about? So I got to give it, as much as I really enjoyed that movie, and Fishburne is the motherfucking man.
Gotta love Larry
We're
Fish.
leaving. We're leaving.
Yeah.
Just like you're off the show. It's your last episode.
We'll ignore Larry Fish's cousin Albert. We don't talk about Albert. But
I can't even make a "Hey, don't yuck someone's yum" joke.
No, it is absolutely okay to yuck that guy's yum. It is 100% okay to yuck his yum. In fact, it's praised to yuck his yum. Google that one, kids.
Or don't.
Or don't. Yeah, actually, or don't. If you're at work, leave it alone.
Actually, kids, if you're listening to this,
Why?
The fuck is wrong with your parents?
tell your parents to turn on the parental control.
Go back to Bluey.
Fucking Bluey, I love that show.
It is a really good fucking show, dude. Like, I miss Daphne coming over and me watching her because I would watch Bluey with her, and it was always entertaining.
Dude, I've watched
I've
Bluey
never
without
watched
my
Bluey.
daughter. I've watched it by myself. It's okay. It's okay.
But you're still a father. It's fine. Dalton, I guess it's okay with you because you have that father experience. Me, I've never watched it. I don't know if my nephews have ever watched it. I certainly didn't watch it with them, so
Well,
I
there
can't.
will eventually be a Media Dump Bluey episode.
I'd be okay with that.
Mick and Adam have both demanded it, and I agree with them. There will eventually have to be a Bluey episode. We might have 5 guys on here, and you two might just be sitting here listening to Dad's gush about Bluey.
We each have to come with a burger and fries.
There'll be 5 guys having 5 guys talking about Bluey. Actually, I don't know. Does Australia have 5 guys?
Oh, it doesn't have to be 5. I'm just saying we should each have just a burger and fries because we're 5 guys with burgers and fries.
Hell yeah!
It's for the bit.
The way, yeah, it's for the bit that no one will see. They'll just hear. Jeff, the way
we have
you
to
said
chew into the camera.
no.
Or,
The way that you introduced the thing, I don't remember what it was now because I'm drunk, but when you were just talking, the sincerity in your voice reminded me of Super Troopers. But his shenanigans are mean. Our shenanigans are cheeky and fun. Oh man,
what were
that's
we
another.
talking about?
No, you were just. I was saying that like you were like talking about Dane. Like you were like Dane. You have the fatherly experience, and Dalton, I guess
yeah.
you
Okay.
also have the fatherly experience, and it's just reminded me of our shenanigans are cheeky and fun. His shenanigans are mean and cruel. Damn it! I'm gonna piss him off the next.
Well, me and Jeff think
Shenanigans?
our shenanigans are cheeky and fun, but apparently we're the only ones.
And that's all that matters. I mean, I've stated many a times, all you viewers and listeners, fuck you.
God damn it! I'm gonna pistol whip the next motherfucker that says the word shenanigans. Hey, Farva.
Hey, Farva. What's that place you like so much with all the memorabilia on the wall? Shenanigans? You guys are talking about shenanigans, right?
God damn it! I love Super Troopers, and I know that they just wrapped filming Super Troopers 3. I still need to see 2, but God, that first Super Troopers was gold.
I just find it funny how that's Brian Cox. He was the original Hannibal Lecter. For those that have seen Manhunter.
Oh no shit! He was the cop guy, the older guy.
Yeah,
No shit.
The police chief. He was the original Hannibal Lecter.
I did not know that.
It's
And
hard
then
for
it
me to
went to,
picture anyone but Anthony Hopkins.
Well, I actually recommend Manhunter. That's a very good movie with actually a pretty good soundtrack. You know, it's like that 80s synth.
Oh, the best.
Yeah. And then Silence of the Lambs came out a few years later, and that's when we got Anthony Hopkins.
Is it Beverly Hills Cop that has the
Yeah, the Axel F.
Oh fuck, that's so good, dude. That's such a good theme. That has the perfect synth sound.
You responded too quickly. I was gonna be like, no, that was Beverly Hills Ninja.
Also,
That's a good movie too. Yeah. Long
Great
live
White
Chris
Ninja.
Farley.
He didn't though.
I just watched Tommy Boy this earlier today. It's like, man, I'm not the biggest Chris Farley fan. That's a good movie. It's not even one of those. It's not a good movie. It's a good movie. It's a good movie.
Black Sheep's pretty good too.
I've never
Same.
seen Black Sheep.
Which always
I've heard
felt
that
like
one's-
just an alternate version Tommy Boy.
100%. They're the same fucking movie, just different. But it's because it's the same two guys.
But it's still the same. It's the one with the scene where he tumbles down the hill, and then he's just like, "What the hell was that all about?"
Yeah, what the hell was that all about? Dude, Farley's physical comedy was second to none.
Well, it's just like him and John Belushi. These are big guys, and yet they're doing cartwheels and backflips. It's just like, how much cocaine are you doing?
Dude,
that your body is just like, no, forget it.
Why do we live in the universe where Jelly Roll gets to wrestle in the WWE, but Chris Farley never got to?
Right. Oh my God, that'd have been entertaining as fuck.
Johnny Knoxville got to wrestle in the WWE, but Belushi didn't. That's just wrong.
That scene in Animal House with Belushi, the iconic scene where he hops to the window and the ladder and then looks in and then turns to the camera and then does his eyebrows and then turns back. I laughed so fucking hard the first time I saw that because I've always been a fan of a fourth wall break. And just the look on Belushi's face as that girl was taking her top off and stuff, he's just like, oh yeah. And just, oh man. Animal House, I don't know how that holds up these days. One of my
favorite fourth wall breaks is one from Three Stooges. It was one of the final episodes that Curly was on, but this one was said by Larry. He's hugging this woman, and then he just turns to the camera and is like, this I like, and I get paid for it too.
I've always liked there's a lot of them in Spaceballs, but the one where like he gives them all the information and Moranis just looks at the camera and goes, did you get all that? Oh, Spaceballs, one of my favorite movies of all time. They've gone plaid.
The only sad thing about that John Candy documentary is Rick Moranis doesn't appear.
Oh, that's a bummer.
I hate that.
I mean, they got a bunch of other people that he worked with, like Catherine O'Hara, Macaulay Culkin, Eugene Levy, Steve Martin, Bill Murray. But it's like, I was expecting Rick Moranis. No Rick Moranis. And then I cried for a different reason.
Well, speaking of crying, Jeff, what's your Golden Dick Turtle for the most disappointing movie or show that you watched in 2025?
Well, I'm going to split this up just because the most disappointing podcast that we recorded was The Thing, just because it was lost.
Yeah, but it's not podcast recorded. It's movie you watched.
I know. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing that out there.
Jeff just needed to throw some shade at you, Dane.
The most disappointing.
Yeah, I fucked up. I got a small dick. What else you want? I got Mel Pearl Bardas and ED too.
Oh man,
Dane, are you okay, Dane?
Danny, are you okay? Why'd you tell us that you were okay?
Oh, I'm drunk.
I mean, so most disappointing movie / show we watched. I'm gonna go through the list quickly because obviously off the bat you're thinking, oh, it's definitely going to be Hypercube.
Obviously.
But I'm just going to go through the list quickly just to double check to make sure.
He's going to build up to it and make you think that it's not Hypercube, just so that he can like really sell something else and tell you that it was Hypercube instead.
That motherfucker.
He's so dedicated to the bit that even though I just ratted him out, he's still going to do it.
I mean, obviously the most disappointing thing we watched was Citizen Kane.
Oh yeah, that movie was fucking shit.
I mean, I can't believe you dragged me to watch that thing. Or is it vice versa?
I don't remember who was blame. You fucking...
No, it was me because the episode before that was Big Trouble Little China. We'll get there.
They should do a sequel to that and call it Little Trouble Big China.
There's been rumors that there will be another.
Years.
There's been rumors, like apparently credible ones recently, that it might come back for a legacy sequel.
I'd be down.
But at the same time, it's like it's not going to have the same charm.
Well, if you go into it with that mindset,
I don't know if you get the right people and the right script and don't just bullshit your CGI your way through everything. I think that they could actually, because like Top Gun Maverick was a good legacy sequel. They can be done.
Maverick.
I mean, they can be done, but you're asking. The reason it works so well, the first movie is so good, is because Kurt Russell is the main character, but yet he's the sidekick. And you have to find someone that understands that, yeah, I'm the main character, but I have to act the bumbling idiot. So it's just like, okay, let's do something. It's like, I forgot what the character's name is. Jack
Burton.
Jack Burton, thank you. It's just like, oh, he's going to be played by The Rock. The Rock is just like, no, I'm not going to play that character. So it's like it's going to have an entirely different tone. So you have to find the right person that understands the assignment.
I think The Rock. I understand you're just using an example, but I think The Rock would be better at that than you give him credit for.
Yeah, if you watch like old Rock movies versus contemporary Rock movies, there is a definite tone shift because now it's The Rock playing The Rock in a Rock movie. But I do think he has the capacity to do that type of character. Whether he currently has the willingness to do that is a different story.
Yeah, was it? I think in Be Cool, he played like a gay pop star singer, like a gay
pop
singer.
star bodyguard, something with a big fro.
It was awesome.
I think this is around the same time I think he just did or was about to do The Rundown.
Yeah, The Rundown, and then he did Walking Tall and The Tooth Fairy.
Now, was
Nobody
it
ever talks
Rundown
about
or
the
Walking Tall that he did with Sean William Scott?
That's
was The
The
Rundown.
Rundown.
Little bit of
The Walking Tall is the one with Johnny Knoxville.
Yeah, Walking Tall, he played Buford Pusser.
It's been so long since I watched the movies, I get them mixed up.
But there is one movie that you guys forgot to talk about, and maybe that's going to be on my list one day for Spook-tember. Because there's no way in hell a scary movie, but it is. It's the definition of it's not a good movie, but it's a good movie.
Oh, it's got The Rock in it?
And it's Doom.
Yeah, I was going to say, you got to be talking about Doom. Yeah, yeah, fuck yeah.
That is such a terribly wonderful movie.
That first person scene. I you know what, though? If we do Doom, I would like to throw in...
No. It's not if, it's when.
Okay, so when we do Doom, we should do the straight-to-DVD sequel that came to Netflix after it was called like Doom Armageddon or Doom Apocalypse or something like that. I watched it with Ryan when I was up in New York, and for like a cheesy B sci-fi movie type movie, and I'm not talking Hypercube levels now, I'm talking just kind of like the original Doom was, I thought the plot was actually decent. And me and Ryan, after it was over, we were like, that actually wasn't that bad. We are shocked. We went into it ready to be like, all right, we're going to Mystery Science Theater 3K this movie.
Well, here's the thing. Everyone shits on Doom because this isn't a Doom movie because, they're not fighting hell. They're not fighting demons and whatnot. It's like a virus plague that infects people that turns them into zombies. It's like, okay, fine. So it's not a good Doom movie, but it's a decent zombie movie.
It's a fun movie, but they take a game where the story has a single plot point. Marine fights demons on Mars. That is the only plot point, and they change it.
Yeah.
Now,
and you expect The Rock to be a Doom guy, and it's just like, oh, it's going to be Carl Urban, which is fine because I love Carl Urban. He's fantastic.
I will say that in the sequel, there is a scene where the chick, that's the main character, kind of spoilers, but who gives a shit about that? Because it's not a movie you watch to be invested in it. She does end up in hell, so they do stick to that plot point at least a little bit in the sequel.
At least they went to Mars, like Arnold in Total Recall. Get your ass to Mars.
Get your ass to
Mars.
Total Recall would be a fun one to do at some point too.
I feel like Arnold's favorite porn category is ass to mouth.
Lifting weights is like coming.
Yeah, pumping iron and smoking a little marijuana is better than sex. Fucking wild, some things that he's said over the years.
And he was governor of California for how many years?
For a long time. Like, 8 years, maybe?
It's something like that, yeah.
Oh,
He's not a good person. He had so many affairs. Obviously he fucked the maid.
I like to fuck the maid. I like to fuck the babysitter. I like to
it's just
fuck the nanny.
It's like the same thing with Nick Cage. It's like, Arnold, you're too damn charming to be mad at.
What we're going to do tonight is we're going to fuck and then we're going to smoke cigars.
Also, you're still a giant of a man, and you'll break me in half, even though you're like 80 years old.
Yeah. I just remember the California commercials ending with him. Come to California. Welcome to California. Dane. No, wait, Jeff, did you ever answer the most disappointing movie?
Yeah, Citizen Kane.
Oh, but you guys didn't actually. Okay.
You don't know that.
Dane, what about you, buddy?
Hey, you have to go back and listen to the episode.
Oh, I listened to it. I believe that was the first Oops All Tangents, correct?
And we talked about Citizen Kane.
What about you, Dane?
The most disappointing movie I watched in 2025 has not been the subject of an episode yet. And I'm going to break some hearts with this. K-pop Demon Hunters. The first movie that they were just all about in the suggestion box. I watched it, and I'm going to shit all over this movie in video format on our YouTube channel. I'm announcing it now. It's coming.
And I will be too. Coming, that is, when it comes out.
You'll be coming?
I'll be coming.
But Mick has agreed to do a mini-sode on it with me, which I will be lifting clips from for this project that I'm still scripting out. But yeah.
You will be lifting weights so you can come in the episode.
Oh, I'm going to shit all over this movie.
He's going to shit all over this movie like his name is Vincent McMahon and this movie was his fucking secretary.
Exactly. While it's got a, like, diesel-powered vibe named The Rock in it. Yes,
And this one.
Jeff, I don't know if you followed this, but he nicknamed the weird sex toys that he would use on people after wrestlers.
I had sex toys, Jeff. And they were named, like I had one that was big and veiny, and his name was Brock Lesnar.
I'm getting
allegedly.
I'm getting Jack Nicholson vibes from you.
Well, you see, if you just take off the graveliness, that almost sounded a little like Nick Cage.
Where does he get those wonderful toys? The Brock Lesnar.
And where did you get that Brock Lesnar? Goddamn.
And
well.
how about that Stone Cold?
We put Stone Cold in the freezer.
Oh shit, I dropped Rey Mysterio and it fell between the cracks in the floors again.
Yeah, that's the sounding device.
Now making Owen, what was his name? Owen Hart.
Oh, don't go there. Don't go there.
What, too soon?
No, go. Okay, the Owen Hart. What does that do? Just absolutely wreck her?
I don't know. I was hoping you would come up with the joke.
God damn.
You drop it and it breaks.
Oh, God damn. Oh, Lord, I'd like to apologize and be with the starving pygmies down in New Guinea.
You're welcome.
Oh, I can't
Maybe
believe
this will be the
Jeff
year we get banned.
made the setup for the worst wrestling joke we made on this podcast.
Honestly, I can't believe Jeff knows who Owen Hart is. I'm very actually impressed that you know who Owen Hart is.
I've listened to Yap's Pod. I've listened to your 16-hour tangents on wrestling.
That's true. That's true. Through cultural osmosis.
I think that's undercutting it. Because I think you must have spent at least an hour per episode on wrestling.
Yeah, that would.
And I listened to it all.
Would not surprise me. Much appreciated, man. Those were an interesting 69 episodes to do.
The only reason I bring this up is because next week they are bringing back Grumpy Jeff's Power Hour.
We do need to bring it back.
Yeah, we do. Eventually.
Hey, I said next week, so you guys have to plan for next week. Don't make me a liar now.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jeff's a liar.
And his balls are made out of coconuts.
They're very itchy.
Also, he's a duck.
Quack.
He smokes quack. Oh, damn it. You said quack before I could get that.
It's quacktastic.
He drives his wife quackers.
We're going to do the
Dalton.
next Dick Turtle, or are we going to tangent again?
No, well, Dalton, most disappointing movie show that you watched in 2025.
Goddamn, Jeff,
It was Event Horizon.
it was Event Horizon. Remember, you drunk bastard.
That was like 30 minutes ago.
I'm the one smoking weed, Jeff.
That was like 30 minutes ago. Do you I can't remember 5 minutes ago, gentlemen.
Oh, it's totally fair. No, it was Event Horizon, and only because I went into it expecting much more of a horror movie than I got.
That's right. And now I remember the conversation.
Yeah.
Guys, you have no idea how easy it is to actually just shut off my hearing.
Jeff just, oh, look at the cat doing something, and Jeff's just no longer in Dalton and Dane world.
Well, he's got 2 audio outputs, and he always picks the wrong one when we first start up, so it's fair.
That's not true. The computer Discord picks the wrong one.
Sure, Grandpa. Whatever you say.
What do they say
Get you
about a
back
man
in
who
your
blames
chair.
his tools?
Discord likes to go big, but I'm a small man. Wait, I've said too much.
What
He
is the
says
next
he's a
Dick
small
Turtle?
man, and I'm the shortest on this podcast. I don't know about in penis length, but in height.
Well, I was going to say I'm the smallest man, but I've got the biggest nuts.
Very average dick, but I'm 6 foot tall, and I'm the shortest on this podcast. That's kind of fucked up.
And Dalton and I are like 6'2".
Yeah. I tell people I'm 6'1.5" because I hunch a lot. But if I stand completely straight up, yeah, it's roughly 6'2". And if I fluff my hair, 6'4".
It's like, I just gave myself 5 extra inches.
I laid
Girth,
down.
not length.
Girth, not length. I need it to be believable.
Oh, so the next Golden Dick Turtle. We'll flip the script. The most surprisingly good movie or show that you have watched in 2025. Who wants to go
Dalton,
first
you
on
go
this one?
first so I can ignore you.
Viewers, if you're listening to the audio version, Jeff just went to sleep.
I
you
turned
really-
off my. I muted myself so I can't hear anything.
Man, Jeff, I hate to do this to you, and I'll keep it short. But I think I was very, very curious how the first AAA show was going to go, which is the AAA, the Mexican luchador promotion. And when they decided to do it on YouTube, I was really like, alrighty. But then we tuned in, and it was, an hour and a half, 2 hours, and it was a fantastic show. And I was really quite surprised because I'd seen some old AAA stuff, and it just was, how do I describe, all over the place. Whereas the wrestling was all over the place, but it seemed a little more streamlined. So I have to give it to AAA's first venture on the YouTube under the WWE umbrella.
Hey, at least you mixed it up. That's a different sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, Jeff, you want to take it next or you want me?
You go. Go ahead.
All right. So my most surprisingly good show that I watched in 2025, and we're still working our way through it, but Riverdale. Have either of you watched anything regarding Riverdale?
So I've seen the Super Eye Patch Wolf video about it, and it made me very intrigued. I'm like, this is fucking Archie? Are you serious? This is fucking Archie?
So you watch the first season, and it's like bog standard teen drama. Like, it's not dissimilar from something like, the Dawson's Creek or the OC. But starting with season 2, they say, hey, all that normal shit? Fuck that. Let's do a bunch of crack and just throw darts at a wall of ridiculous things and make scripts out of it. So, like, as a point of comparison, in season 1, there's a scene where Archie is nervous about playing his guitar on stage in front of the whole school. And in season 4, there's a scene where one of the 2 cults who is trying to take over Riverdale is being raided by the FBI. And the leader is going to escape the FBI in his spaceship dressed like Evel Knievel with his name embroidered on his belt.
So they took a left turn at Albuquerque is what you're telling me.
Now I just said a lot of things, and I'm going to repeat it. One of the 2 cults two cults trying to take over Riverdale, is being raided by the FBI. One of the agents is Betty's surprise half-brother, who's also a serial killer.
So we got some Dexter up in there.
Over the course of the show, they have 22 separate serial killers haranguing the city of Riverdale.
Jesus Christ.
And the season that we're on opened up with them sacrificing Archie to the maple grove, cutting his heart out, and he's just dead now. We're in season 6.
So the show Riverdale, that's based off the Archie comic. They killed Archie.
They sacrificed Archie. 2 separate teachers kill themselves by jumping out a window in the middle of the same English class. Like, this, we are so far off the rails. We're in the water, all right?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Jesus Christ.
And every episode, I'm just like, okay, what's going to happen this time? Like, they just keep escalating, and I don't know how they're going to keep escalating it. I'm so invested in what's going to happen next. It's not a good show, but it's a really good show. Golden Dick Turtle, Riverdale.
What about you, Jeff? What's your Golden Dick Turtle?
I'm split between 2 movies that we've watched for the show.
I suspect I know what one is.
First one is Big Trouble in Little China. I found that movie incredibly enjoyable. But I think the one I have to give it to, just because it's the epitome of fun. And that was Willy's Wonderland.
Yeah.
I knew it.
That movie was just... I mean, if you haven't watched it yet, the hell's wrong with you? Because that is just fun.
No joke. I was pitching that movie to one of the moms at church today. Just where I kind of stay busy helping set up and break down before and after. I never actually just stop and talk to people, but we had like a potluck afterwards. And I was apologizing to her because my daughter was sitting with her 2 kids, and they were kind of getting rambunctious in the middle of services, and had to kind of split them up. I'm sorry if my daughter was kind of encouraging this, that, and the other, and making them kind of act up. She's like, no, I'm sorry. I was worried that they were getting her in trouble. No. So, we kind of stood there and we talked, just first time we've actually talked. And she was telling me how her husband is really into shitty horror movies. Like, the worse the better. And I said, I love inflicting terrible horror movies on my friends and family. Has he watched Willy's Wonderland yet? And she's like, no, what is that? I said, all right, it's what happens when you take Nick Cage and put him in Five Nights at Freddy's. And she goes, what? Oh, and he has no spoken lines. I'm pretty sure she went straight home and they watched this movie. So,
as they should have.
Oh.
Because that movie is magical.
It truly is.
Still the most on topic episode we have ever done for this show, and we had an episode where the topic was being off topic.
Yeah. It's just we had so much to say.
I'm still so happy that 2 of you had so much fun with that movie.
Dude, it was so fucking good. It was a blast.
I think of all the pictures of the show, that's the one I'm the most proud for.
There's so many unanswered questions, and you know what? I don't care. I mean, what was the point of the sodas? Who cares?
Look, I gave the perfect explanation that explains everything that Nick Cage does in that movie. He is a former Marine.
He's a military, yeah.
Specifically Marine. Because they're good at 3 things: blowing shit up, knocking people up, and following orders the most maliciously way they can. That's what Marines are good at.
To a goddamn T.
Blow it up, knock it down, knock her up, or fuck them over on the orders. Oh.
Dalton, what about you?
Fuck off, Jeff. You have to listen back now.
I got to keep it going.
Oh. So what about the worst gaming experience of 2025?
Gentlemen, 2 months ago, easily, without a doubt, I would have told you Cyberpunk 2077. That is no longer the case. Now, I think the worst gaming experience I had in 2025, and it's not even a bad game. This was actually a very good game. I enjoyed the hell out of it. But when I compare it to the other ones, it's just like, yeah, you were the worst one. That was Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands.
I was expecting Mass Effect 3. For some reason, I thought, because you played through the Mass Effect games, for some reason I thought you were one of the ones that didn't like Mass Effect 3. But now that I'm thinking about it, you were the one that did like 3, right? Yeah.
Three,
I was
three
the
is my
one who
favorite.
talked
Two-
stone cold shit about the ending.
That's what it was. Okay.
3 is my favorite. 2 is the one that I like the least.
Oh, that's usually everybody's favorite. You're always the
I know.
contrarian.
I know. That's what makes me stealthy.
That's what
He's
makes you a
nothing
duck.
if not consistent.
I almost forgot that line. It's just like, what is that caboose line from Red versus Blue? That's what makes you so stealthy. But yeah, no, it's a very good game, and I do recommend everyone give it a chance if you like open world military games. Just compared to the other games I played, this was the worst. Dalton, how about you? Worst gaming experience, and why was it Yakuza?
Worst gaming experience I had this year.
Was clearly Chained Echoes.
Oh yeah, clearly. I was gonna look through the games and I'm like, oh no, dude, no, easy. Toy Box Turbos, game fucking blows.
That's the racing game, right? Top-down racing game.
I fucking hate top-down racing. I really do. It's not easy to control. I don't like it, and fuck that game. It gets a big old giant golden dick from me.
Dick Turtle.
Nah, it doesn't even deserve the show. It just gets a big fucking golden dick, and it can go fuck itself with it.
A whole bag of golden dicks.
A whole bag of them. A whole bag.
At once or in a row?
27 of them in a row? Get the fuck out.
It was 37. Get your quotes right.
Oh, it was 37. Man, I might be slightly inebriated. Oh, speaking of, I had a thought when I was in there taking a piss. So I'm pissing and I'm looking at the box of Q-tips. And on there it says 2 tips, endless possibilities. And I just fucking giggled, bro. It's like... Oh, god damn. I was like, surely someone in marketing looked at that and went, and then just didn't say anything.
Just kept it there.
Yeah,
That reminds me of when my buddy got the clap and had to go get tested.
oh, God.
And he came back and he's like, dude, I just got my bore punched. And if you don't know, when you're getting tested, they take a Q-tip, they stick it inside your dick, and they swab around.
Yeah. Woof.
And just the phrase, got my bore punched, has haunted me for over 20 years.
Say hi, bouquet.
Jeff, get your pussy off the mic.
My brown pussy.
Harry Brown pussy.
Dane, what was your worst gaming experience of 2025?
Are you familiar with a little game named Concord?
You played that?
Nobody played that.
Oh, man, yeah, I've heard of that.
No. My worst gaming experience. So, for Backlog Golf, I'm sure most of you noticed, I played through a lot of Devil May Cry games. Intentionally leaving out one for a very specific reason. And even playing through Devil May Cry 2, that did not make the cut for my worst gaming experience, as terrible as that abortion of code masquerading as a video game is. My nomination for worst gaming experience is the Bluey video game, which I played with my daughter on the Switch. That game is so fucking busted.
It's the cash grab.
Like, as good as the show is, I really was expecting better from the game. But the number of times we had to do a hard reset on her Switch because,
Oof.
like, you would have to go push the rock over to this spot so that you could jump on the rock to jump on to the next platform. And the character you're controlling would just lock into the pushing animation on the rock and refuse to let go. Or that you would accidentally drop a crucial item like in the pond and it would disappear forever and you're soft locked.
You
Like,
think they'd have shit like that down by now?
It's like modern polish, but 90s cash grab licensed game jank that I thought we had moved past.
Well, that's a shame, dude. I was hoping for good things out of that because I think Adam played it with his kids, and I believe Mick got it to play with his kid too. So,
Now, don't get me wrong, she loves it, and she's far more forgiving of glitches than I am, where I'm, old and jaded and expect better out of games that I paid full price for.
Oof.
But yeah, Golden Dick Turtle to Bluey the game.
Dane, you started off. Best
Can't say
gaming experience of 2025.
Best gaming experience of 2025. Step back, roll you another. We got this. You're gonna be here for a minute.
all right, I can do that.
Hands down, unequivocally, Void Stranger.
Yeah, I've been waiting to hear about this.
I had so much fun with this game. I never thought that a Sokoban game, which is, the warehouse puzzle games where you're moving blocks on a grid, I never thought that I could have so much fun. It made me laugh. It made me almost cry. I got sucked into this game, spiraling into the fucking void for well over 60 hours. I don't know how many hours I've logged into this game at this point. I've played through it start to finish 3 different times.
Now, quick insert. You learned about this again, talking about him from Super Eye Patch Wolf, correct?
Yeah. And that's what put the game on my radar. And I've also played the other game that the same studio put out, which happens to share a universe if you're digging super deep. The other one is this really fun bullet hell shooter, like top-down shmup. I've not got as much into that one as much, even though it is a really well-made game. But Void Stranger has the best executed bad ending in video game history.
That's quite the statement.
And every time you think you have a handle on this game's mechanics, eventually you learn that you are a stupid baby, that you know nothing. There's so much more going on. And then you finally get a handle on this other mechanic that you can play the entire game without. And then you discover another one, and then another one, and then you find out the whole world is the puzzle. You are the master of the universe. You can do whatever the fuck you want, whatever the fuck you want. And you've been able to from the very first room. And it's masterful storytelling matched with gameplay, and you wouldn't expect it was something that looks like a Game Boy game.
Yeah, I would concur with that.
So, 1,000 times Dick Turtle goes to Void Stranger. So, Dalton, what about you? Best gaming experience of 25?
Oh, see, this one's a little tough for me because I played 2 really fucking good games this past year. But I think I talked enough about Chained Echoes on the Steamy Awards. So I'm actually going to give a shout out to a game that I briefly touched on the show on that one. Black Myth Wukong. That game got snubbed at the Game Awards for 2024, which, happened in 2025. You know how that works, everybody. But, it got snubbed because there was some other game that came out that just won everything. I don't remember what it was. But Black Myth Wukong is really fucking good. It is a Souls-like game, but it's fast. The graphics in it are incredible. The story was really, really fucking fun. It's based on Journey to the West. Dane, it's so far up your alley. Like, I really think that you would enjoy it.
It is definitely on my list.
Because yeah, dude, it is a good time. Jeff, I don't know if I could heartily recommend it to you because I don't know how you feel about the Souls game experience, but just the characters in it, like the guy who walks around with, and he's got no head, but he plays a lute and sings. Fantastic! It's just a great fucking game. If you're a fan of Souls games, play Black Myth Wukong. It's really, really fun.
If Dane is a fan of the Souls games.
Well, that was me talking to the listeners, Jeff. The viewers, excuse me. The viewers.
We have no listeners. Only views.
Where we're going, we don't need listeners.
There are no listeners. Only views.
In hell.
Don't worry, I get your reference, Jeff.
Thank you.
There's eggs cooking on my desk right now. Just popping right out of the shell.
Stay puffed.
Like the Marshmallow Man.
So what about you, Jeff? Best gaming experience 25.
So this one surprised me. It only took me about 5 hours to beat, but yet the story it told, there are no characters except this little tiny companion robot that follows you around. That it doesn't speak to you. All it does is just beeps at you, but yet it does. You can see the emotions it gives you. It's a very strong puzzle game. It is beautifully done. It looks gorgeous. I think it's in the Unreal 5 engine. That was Deliver Us the Moon.
Now, did the sequel Deliver Us Mars, right?
Yes, I think there is a sequel, Deliver Us Mars.
That's Unreal Engine 4 for Deliver Us the Moon, I'm pretty sure. Because I think that's a few years old.
It might be 4, but
beautiful game.
It was a stunningly beautiful game. Like the first time that you get to walk on the surface of the moon, and you're just, oh my god! And the story is told to you through recordings. And the entire thing is, it does a good even mix between first person and third person. And it's just, I was shocked. It's just one of those games that I could not stop playing. I think I started playing at like 2:30 in the afternoon, and I did not stop until I was done, which was like almost, like, I think after 8.
That's when you know it's a good game, when you get hooked in like that.
Mm-hmm. That was just for the main story. If you want to do a completionist, I think it's like 10, 15 hours. It's still not terribly long. And it's just one of those things of like, oh boy, a free included game in my PlayStation subscription. That's going to give me a good -1.
That's like, I did that with Resident Evil 3, a remake. I loaded it up and started playing it, and then I just sat there and played the whole fucking game. It was only like 5 hours. And it was a blast. So I totally get that, where you're just like, no, you know what? Actually, I'm just going to sit here and see this through to the end. Fuck it.
Yeah. It's just, it's paced perfectly. At first you're like, quick, you got to launch your ship from a sandstorm. Otherwise, from what I understand, the natural resources on Earth have depleted. And you are, I think, in the process of mining something from the moon that's supposed to help, like, clear up these ravaging sandstorms. And that's, the game starts with, like, if you don't lift off on your rocket, like, before the storm hits, it'll prevent you from launching for, like, a number of years. So it's like we have to do it now. So there's no time, but it's just that story paced, so on, whatever. But it's paced perfectly. All the controls are very, very well done. Give it a shot. Like I said, it's like 5 6 hours if you just want to focus on a story, and I think it's like maybe 10 to 15 if you're looking to do the 100%.
Oh yeah. I've heard good things about it, dude. So it's definitely like on my list of things to check out.
You've talked about it enough that I'll probably eventually give it a shot.
I will say a surprising honorable mention is Cyberpunk.
You know, when you were talking about, when you first mentioned to me, and I think it was in a chat, that you played Deliver Us the Moon, I thought you had played that little indie RPG. I think it's called To the Moon.
Mm-hmm.
That's like no combat, just a very emotional story that you play through. And I was like, I'm shocked that Jeff played something like that. And then I realized, oh no, he played the sci-fi actual moon game.
Yeah.
Yes, I got you. Yeah.
Which is the same exact thing. There is no combat. I mean, there are some puzzles that might you'll have to like run or like disable some turrets, but there's no combat in this game.
Word up.
It is just strictly puzzles. And Dane, I know you love a good puzzle game with Myst and Riven and such. So I think this would be a good game for you.
Well, I mean, he is Mr. Puzzles.
That is true.
Oh, I still don't get it.
We'll stab the consequences button.
But yeah, Deliver Us the Moon. That's my best gaming experience.
Well, are we ready for the most upbeat Dick Turtle of the night?
Oh yeah.
Dick Turtle for, I won't say best, but your most mourned celebrity death of 2025. So, Dalton, we'll start with you. Why is it Ozzy Osbourne?
I would like to start off with a, in the words of the immortal Iron Sheik, fuck the Hulk Hogan. But you were correct. My answer would be Ozzy Osbourne. And why? Because goddamn, it's Ozzy. Like, he was literally a staple. When I first got into metal, I was listening to stuff like Korn, Slipknot, Mudvayne, that era. And then I went to a CD shop called Here Again CDs. It was down the street from my dad's music shop that he had. My dad sold guitars and stuff, so I would walk down the street to Here Again and spend my allowance on CDs, because they would get in CDs and they would refurbish them and resell them for cheap. And one of the albums that I bought was Blizzard of Oz.
Oh, classic.
And Blizzard of Oz kicks off with I Don't Know, then goes straight into Crazy Train, and then like a couple songs later is like Suicide Solution. Like, there's so many good fucking, and I was like, my mind was blown hearing Crazy Train and hearing I Don't Know for the first time. Like, and so I started to look into more Ozzy, because when I first started seeing Ozzy on MTV and stuff, it was the era of the song Gets Me Through. I don't know if anybody would really know that. It was like a 2000s era Ozzy, and it was way different. And I just remember listening to that and being like, oh man, I got to check out more Ozzy Osbourne. So that's when I first heard Bark at the Moon, Mama, I'm Coming Home, Dreamer. Like, there are so many classic Ozzy songs. And here's the fucking craziest thing. Ozzy never wrote a goddamn song in his life. Ozzy could come up with melody, and he could come up with the way he wanted to sing, but he couldn't write lyrics for shit. And he couldn't play an instrument. All about his voice and his presence on stage. And
the thing that always got me was he couldn't put a coherent sentence together. But you throw him on stage, put a microphone in his hand, he can do any song in his back catalog.
Yeah,
no
even
problem.
to that final concert when you could tell he was struggling, he still gave it his best and nailed everything to the best of his ability. And it's
but
wild.
He always had an eye for talent.
Yeah, that's for sure. 100%, dude. Zach Wilde, Jake Lee,
Randy Rhoads.
Randy Rhoads, all these guitar players that he had, dude, that were fucking nuts. And that's not taking away from his drummers and his bass players. It's just his guitar players were always so good.
It's like he wanted to hire Buckethead at one point, but Buckethead refused to take off the mask in the KFC bucket. That was the deal breaker. He's like, "No, I'm the Prince of Darkness, mate. You can't be the weirdest thing on stage."
Jeff, were you did you ever listen to much Ozzy?
I mean, sure, I've listened to plenty of Ozzy. I mean, I didn't. When I learned he passed, I was like, that's tragic.
Yeah.
But I wasn't the biggest fan of his. It's kind of like, I mean, well, actually, I was more of a when Chris Cornell of Audioslave and Soundgarden died a few years ago. I was that hit me harder just because I was like, oh man, Audioslave, wow.
Yeah. Chris Cornell was hard too.
And he was, what was he, like 40s? So, like maybe 50? He was still a relatively young guy.
Yeah. Also, you said a few years ago. I'm pretty sure he died like 10 years ago now.
Yeah, I know.
It's been a while because him and Chester Bennington went around like
been
roughly
a
the same
while.
time. It's been a while. Man, fuck that guy. Aaron Lewis, what a boring fucking person to see live. Anyway, that doesn't matter. That's not part of it. We're representing Ozzy, and Ozzy's the goddamn man. I am thankful that I got to see Ozzy live.
It was 9 years.
Yeah, I never got to see
done.
Ozzy live.
We, me and my buddies went to the Ozfest. They had free tickets, but they just did free. So we went down there and checked it out. Man, it was fun. Drove all the way to West Palm Beach.
So what about you, Jeff? Have you got your celebrity death for the Golden Dick Turtle picked out?
Yes, I do. And this one, it was weird. I mean, it's sad that he passed away, but the circumstances of what happened, because him and his wife were found.
This was my runner-up.
It's just like it sounded like foul play, and it was never proven. I don't know exactly what it was, but it's just like when I learned that Gene Hackman died, I was like, ah, damn.
Oh, that's not what I was thinking of.
He was gonna make me an espresso. That's one of his jokes.
I forgot that Gene Hackman and his wife died. That's two people.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. The whole when you learn about when you first heard about it, it's just like him and his wife were found dead in their home. It's just like, wait, what? And you suspect foul play, or it was weird.
At least in the Rob Reiner situation, they figured out what happened. They still don't really know what happened with Gene and his wife, right? Or was it just like a gas leak or something? Well,
I don't know. It's just I'm trying to look it up right now. I'm just trying to.
I remember. I think my mom told me something really sad. Something like, he had Alzheimer's and she was taking care, or one of them had Alzheimer's, the other one was taking care of them, and the one taking care of them had died,
and their dog was dead as well. So you have two people and a dog all dead in their home. And from this article I'm reading, it says no cause of death was given.
Yeah, it's so fucking weird, dude. But I'm not going to lie, I totally thought you were going Rob Reiner.
Yeah, that's where I thought he was going at first, too.
I mean, I liked a few of his movies, but I'm just like, it's tragic. I mean, no one wants to be killed the way that he was killed.
Yeah, by his kid, but nonetheless.
But it's just like,
you had a higher reverence for Gene Hackman. I get it.
Yes. Just because a lot of the movies he's done, Young Frankenstein, Unforgiven with Clint Eastwood, like Behind Enemy Lines, that might be a very good movie with Owen Wilson, but I like it a lot.
I loved All in the Family growing up and watching that. So like I have a soft spot for Meathead. So I was bummed out when I heard that, him and his wife were murdered by their child. I was like, God damn.
I will say I will give a honorable mention to Graham Greene. Dances with Wolves. He was also the voice of Rain's Fall in Red Dead 2.
Oh, yeah. I wasn't aware of that, but I bummed to hear that he passed.
Yeah, you look, for those who don't know who he is, look him up. You'd be like, "Oh, that guy." He's the Native American actor that basically just whatever Native American role movie. It's just like, oh, he's going to be in it.
What about you, Dane?
I was waffling up until the last minute, but I think I got to go with Terry Bollea, Hulk Hogan. Rest in peace, Hulkster. Like, I know the world has turned on him since his heyday. I know
Separate art from artist, though. You can do that.
Yeah,
That's okay.
I know he was an asshole backstage, a politicking dickhead who killed the wrestling union. But Hulk Hogan was wrestling for decades.
I live down in the Baja now, but back in the day in the 80s, I went to Vince McMahon and I said, or I went to the boys and I said, if we started a union, they'd have to pay us all. And then I went and did the movie Predators with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I lost a bet and I had to give him a bottle of champagne because his arms were bigger than mine. When I think Hulk Hogan, I think Jesse Ventura. There's no separating the two.
But, I mean, the man worked 400 days a year. Hulk Hogan had an enormous penis. Terry's wasn't that big, but the Hulkster had a huge, huge dong.
God damn, dude.
We'll never get a Suburban Commando 2 now.
We'll never get a Santa with muscles, too.
Santa with Muscles was cinema. Everyone who wants to talk Citizen Kane, that movie was shit. Santa with Muscles.
Mr. Nanny.
I was gonna say, was it Mr. Nanny he was in?
Yeah.
What was it? Three Ninjas High Time at some mountain, High Kick Mountain or something like that.
Yeah, it was one of the Three Ninjas movies. So
He'll never. He won't reprise his role in Rocky 3, Electric Boogaloo,
Was it Thunder Lips or something like that?
Thunder Lips.
Yeah, what a name. We'll never get No Holds Barred 2.
imagine the world where Hulk Hogan is in one of the Creed films.
You got to hit him with a right hook, brother.
But yeah,
Nah, bro.
as a kid, I didn't give a shit about wrestling, but I liked Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. And growing up, dude, I loved Hulk. I really did. It was just finding out how he was as a person that bothered me. You know what I mean? But like, if I go back and if I go back and watch Hulk versus Andre, I mean, that's still a goddamn moment. I can go back and watch movies that Hulk was in when I was a kid, and I still like them because I can separate art from an artist. I just always like to make the joke with the Iron Sheik thing because it's just funny.
Yeah.
Fuck the Hulk Hogan. I break his back, make him humble.
And as dirty as he tried to do Undertaker, my favorite wrestler.
You almost killed me with that, brother. Brother, your head was a foot away from the mat. What the fuck are you talking about?
You're squeezing my head too hard between your knees. No room to move. No room to move. But, the fact that we live in a world with Vince McMahon and Hulk Hogan is the figure from WWE that everyone has decided will never forgive. That to me is just kind of a little bit of a sadness, and I want to honor him with the Golden Dick Turtle.
Jeff, we'll end the discussion after this, I promise. It is amazing to me that during the John Cena farewell, when that little clip from Vince played, the crowd cheered. Because I fully expected to hear boo, like when Hulk would show up or his commercial was shown, and the whole crowd would just boo. But it's because Hulk would say shit like, I worked 400 days a year, brother, because I flew back and forth to Japan so much that I gained days. That doesn't make any fucking sense.
Metallica wanted me to play bass for him.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is Terry Bollea?
Yeah, Lars was like, no, that never happened, bro. No, it's just, he was never part of Metallica. Oh, goddamn. Hulkster. R.I.P. And that was the Dane and Jeff's Media Dump for those who we lost this year.
And now we're going to something more positive. Your best meal.
Ooh, I got an answer.
Oh, since Dalton's already got one locked and loaded, let's let him have it.
So, for my birthday last year, so the beginning of 2025, January-ish, me and Diana went to a little Italian restaurant in Fruit Cove here in Florida called Bella Vista. And we went into the smoke shop next door first, and I got a bong that she got me for my birthday. And the guy's like, you guys going next door to eat dinner? We were like, yeah, I read it was really good. He goes, bruh, it's Italian food made by real Italian people. It's fantastic. He goes, you guys are gonna love it. So I went in there, opened up the menu. They have cacio e pepe. So I'm like, gotta try that. They also have, and this is rare on a menu, they had veal parmesan. So I was like, oh. So I ordered me some veal parmesan, and Diana ordered like a salad, and I ordered the cacio e pepe for the table, but she ended up just eating some of that. But when you order the cacio e pepe there, which you guys both know what that is, I guess I should explain it for the listeners. It's just like a pasta dish that's a little creamy, but basically you make the cream with water and cheese, and then it's just black pepper. It's pasta with pepper. It's delicious. They wheel out a goddamn big cheese wheel that's, carved out a little bit in the middle to make it like a bowl, and they toss the fresh pasta with a little bit of pasta water into the cheese thing and mix it in the cheese wheel and crack the fresh pepper in there and make it for you, and then they plate it, and then they scrape all the cheese that started to melt and they put it on your plate. It was a fucking magical pasta dish.
That's presentation.
It was so good, dude. And the guy recording, Diana's like, is it okay if I record you? He goes, of course. So you have to. It's part of the experience. So I have the video. If I can find it, I'll pop it into the Nom channel in the Discord. But man, so my gift to my parents this year, which I'm probably going to do next week because I have a few days off in a row. My gift to them for Christmas is I'm going to take them to Bella Vista and I'm going to pay for dinner. It's not cheap, but I told my dad, I'm like, no. You need to try this veal parmesan. And I looked at my mom and I said, I know you're not going to eat the veal parmesan, but you really need to try whatever else you want at this place because it's real fucking good, man. And again, the dude who came to our table to get our drinks, Italian as fuck. The dude who brought the cheese wheel out to do our pasta, Italian as fuck. The owner who came by to make sure that our meal was sufficient, Italian as fuck. Super thick. How are you doing today?
Yeah, bobbity boop.
Yeah, bobbity bibbity bobbity boop. I sound like a white guy putting it on. They did not. You know what I mean? It was legit. And I'm like, man, I just want to hear you guys talk and tell me stories from back in Italy. I just want to hear about it. Just tell me about your grandma making pasta when you were 8 years old. That's all I want to hear about right now. So that was my best meal of 2025. So good.
All right, Jeff, you sounded locked and loaded too. What you got?
So, my wife and I, we recently started falling in love with Texas Roadhouse. The food there, every time we've gone there, the food has always been excellent. But we went on her birthday. It was last July. And the experience there, it was mostly because of the waitress that was there. She understood that my wife doesn't drink. It's like, okay, I'm gonna make you a nice special non-alcoholic drink just for your birthday, and she did, and she absolutely loved it. And then she surprised us with, have you guys gone to Texas Roadhouse?
Yeah.
Do you guys know what they do when it's your birthday?
I've heard
No,
it
I
go
did not.
down, but I can't remember all the specifics of it.
So they bring out a wooden horse, and you sit on the horse, and then it's just like, all right, everyone, it's such and such a birthday today, so I want all of you on the count of 3 to go out and just yell out "Yee-haw!" While at the same time she told my wife to and I want you to take this towel and spin it around like a lasso. And I took a video of this.
Dude, no.
She was laughing and she was so red with embarrassment, but she absolutely loved it. It was a very sweet, warm experience. That has to be my favorite. I mean, I'll definitely. If you guys, I may have posted the video in the Nom Nom channel, but if not, I'll post it again just so you can watch her, see her just turn red like a tomato.
Had I been your wife, I would have fucking killed you.
No. We didn't know what we expected. We just expected, it's like, okay, they're going to bring out, like those, like a lava cake or those brownies with ice cream.
Yeah.
Because when you go to like a Longhorn Steakhouse, that's usually what you get. It's usually what happens. We never experienced this with Texas Roadhouse before, yeah. So we were just like, oh.
Dude, so growing up, every time we were going to a restaurant, I'd tell my parents, all right, I know we're going for my birthday. Do not tell them it's my birthday. Like, I do not want them to sing to me. I don't want attention drawn. It's embarrassing. Don't do it. My parents were always like, okay, we won't do it. And they never did. It was always, we would meet my grandma and grandpa wherever we were there, and we'd go in there. My grandma would be like, it's my grandson's birthday today. And I'm like, God damn it. So then they'd come around, happy birthday from all of us to you. We wish, we all know the uncopyrighted song.
Yep. You see, well, we went there fully prepared. Like, yep, this is her birthday today, and we were just expecting like free dessert or something. We weren't expecting the yeehaw. It's
get on the rocking horse. This is Texas. We do everything bigger in Texas.
That said, that was a delicious steak and shrimp and grilled shrimp that I had.
They make like a good steak.
That was a very delicious lunch.
Perfectly seasoned with your wife's embarrassment.
Hell yeah. Hey, she had fun. She loved it.
That's what counts. That's what counts, dude. We can talk all the shit, but that's what counts.
Yep. But yeah, so that has to be my best meal of 2025.
Well, mine is going to be a little bit of ass kissing to my wife. Because, there was no restaurant that we hadn't been to and ate at half a dozen times already that we went to this year. But my wife started making earlier this year. I don't know what all she puts in it. She calls it her Mississippi pot roast.
I'm already in. You had me at pot roast.
The one thing that I know is her most crucial ingredient is like a whole fucking jar of pickled banana peppers is involved.
All right.
I don't know what all she puts in this, but it's like bovine crack. Just smelling it gives me heartburn, and I will eat it until I'm sick and then have another bowl. And she made it with like fresh homemade mashed potatoes that she filled full of sour cream and feta cheese.
Oh, man.
And she's like, do you want like some green beans or salad? And I'm like, don't you fuck this perfect meal up. By trying to add rabbit food to it. And every time she makes this, I will eat until I get sick. And like she did that for my birthday last year. And the other thing that she always does for my birthday, I don't like cake, so she don't make me a cake. She makes this big ass bowl. It's like a gallon sized bowl of banana pudding.
Yum.
Using what's the southern woman who had the cooking show that puts like 10 pounds of butter?
Paula
Paula Deen. There you go. It's a Paula Deen recipe. It's got like whipped cream and cream cheese and all this other shit in it. And it is like a bowl full of banana flavored diabetes. So like just these two things together, I can't imagine why I have high cholesterol and blood pressure. It could be related. I'm not diabetic yet.
You don't know for sure yet.
But
I will say,
if she makes this more than once a year for me, I will be on the diabetes train with Bramley.
One of my favorite quotes ever was when Paula Deen came out and she was like hawking some diabetes medicine. Anthony Bourdain put out a tweet that said, I hear Paula Deen is getting into the diabetes medicine game. That's funny. I've been breaking people's legs for years, and I'm thinking about getting into the crutch game myself.
Sorry, but Just the way that Dane you were talking, it's just like, do you want some vegetables? And you immediately made me think of Ron Swanson, where it's just like, why are you giving me food that my food eats?
That's basically how I behaved. Now,
I thought
since
about
then, I have definitely improved my eating habits. We are trying to be healthier around here, but damn, if she makes that, and she's got the stuff for it right now, so it's coming.
Dude, I get like that with two types of foods, man. Glumke casserole, which if you don't know what glumkes are, it's the Polish term for like stuffed cabbage rolls. So you make that, and just instead of making each one into a ball of cabbage and making it a big pain in the ass, you just layer it like a casserole, almost like a lasagna, and then cook it that way. I will eat bowl after bowl of that and just get sick. And I will also do that with greens. Turnip greens, mustard greens, collard greens. You give me those in a bowl with some pepper sauce. You know, talk about the vinegar where you just soak peppers in the vinegar. Oh my God, that is a Jeff. I know you're making a face, but this is a Southern staple, son. Like this is redneck food we're talking about here, and it's real good.
Well, my dad and my brother would love that.
The real problem with people who don't know what they're doing with greens is they'll cook just one kind of greens. You got to have 2 to 3 blended together, like turnip, collard, and mustard all in one pot together. They mellow one another out and mix together, and it's better than the sum of its parts.
Yeah, throw a little ham and bacon in there. Let it, well, I know you wouldn't do that, Dane, and just let it flavor up a little bit. It's delicious. I love food. God damn, there's a reason that I have the tits that I do.
I'm working on them. You'll notice the Def Leppard is getting a little bit more prominent on my shirt with every time I wear it.
Oh man, it's like I can't wait to get that news. Me and my dad have been like, "What are we gonna smoke first? Ribs, pork butt, both? What are we doing? What are we doing? Am I finally gonna try a brisket again? Like, what am I gonna? I don't know.
You're gonna do a full hog.
I could probably fit a small hog on that thing. It's pretty big, dude. Though, when I've tried brisket in the past, I've only ever been able to find a flat or the. Oh god damn it! I just blanked. The round? Is it the flat and the round?
Flat and point.
The point. Yeah, the point and the flat. I've only been able to find those separated. And it's only recently that my local grocery store has started carrying full ass size briskets. So I'm like, I want to buy like, an 18-pound brisket, shave it down to 14 pounds, get it nice and shapely, and then hope it comes out good.
Now, I don't know what sort of thing, like farming you have in and about within driving distance of your area. But here we've got a couple of local butcher shops that will actually butcher local cattle. And I think they finally closed down, but there's a couple other places that have opened up since then. There was a place just about 10 minutes down the road where you could go and get a quarter beef. Just like a quarter of an entire fucking cow.
I was about to say the whole quarter. God damn, son, that's a lot of meat.
He'd say you a half if you wanted a half, but like, if you wanted the
Get that
discounted rate, you had to start at a quarter. And, we would go in there and we'd buy a quarter and fill up our fucking freezer, and we did it off of that shit for months.
Hell
But
yeah.
if you had special requests and you could catch him before he butchered it, he'd be like, yeah, you know what? I'll have that waiting for you and yours.
Oh, yeah.
Can you imagine? This would be a great way to do it. Either have a hearse or just have a coffin big enough to fit half of a cow. And then you would go there and you'd buy the half cow and you put it in your coffin, and then you put your dry ice in there to keep it cold on the way home. And then you put it on top of the vehicle and you tie it down. So you're just driving down the road and a fucking coffin on the roof. And people are like, what the fuck is that? But if you get pulled over, like, no, man, it's just an ice chest. You open it up. See, I got a half a cow. I got it from the butcher down the road. Yeah, Oh, we can call him right now.
You're thinking cooler. I immediately start thinking, oh, a coffin a smoker.
That would be cool. Well, that would be cool. You'd have to find out some logistics because coffins are usually wood, and you want your smoker to retain heat better than that wood and not catch fire. But if you could make a smoker look like a coffin and still be steel, now that's fucking sweet.
Well, a lot of coffins up here, just the popular style, it tends to be black, so that wouldn't be too hard.
Yeah, dude, do it where you stand it up, and when you open it up, it's a hanging smoker, so you got like hooks in there hanging. Seems open, and this billow of smoke comes out, and there's just meat hanging in there. Oh, that'd be cool. Make a smoker that looks like an Iron Maiden. That'd be cool too. Man, we might have just stumbled on something. Trademark, Dan and Jeff's Media Dump. These designs are designs.
I'm sure they're designs, but we can make them mass produced.
Yes.
So they'll definitely be made in China.
We can rebuild them. We can make them better.
So we got one last Dick Turtle to hand out before the People's Dick Turtle announcements. So, Potpourri 2025. Jeff, what random ass thing do you want to award a Dick Turtle from the past year?
I can't think of anything off the top of my head at the moment. Give me time. I'll try to come up with something.
Dalton, you got anything?
Yeah, so the first thing that came to my mind for this, because I was like, well, there's a plethora of things that I could do, but I'm going to nominate for my Potpourri 2025, the random thing that I want to acknowledge is you boys letting me sit in with you guys and join in on the show, because had I not done that, I wouldn't have seen things like Willy's Wonderland or The Thing after all this time. You know, there are movies that we've watched together that I would have never have watched because I would have listened to you guys talk about it and then be like, oh, that sounds cool. And then I would have never fucking watched it. Ever. So, this has given me an opportunity to not only share movies that I love or just find funny with you guys, but it also like allows me to sit in and see all of these classic flicks that you guys know and love that I've only ever heard about. And I really have enjoyed that, man. So my potpourri goes to you boys. You can each have a dick from me. A dick turtle. A dick turtle, excuse me.
I really am going to have to make the fucking statue for it this year so we can get some pictures up. You got anything yet, Jeff,
right.
or you need me to go?
No, I thought of something.
All right, go for it.
So, I'd like to give the Golden Dick Turtle to the Chicago Bears the Bears for making it to the playoffs. Something that hasn't happened in quite a long time because it's the Bears.
I feel you on that because the Jaguars are doing decent right now. And I don't know what to think about that because it's been a long time since I could say that. So I'm there with you, man. Shout out to the Bears.
And also, they might be moving to Gary, Indiana. Who knows?
Well, then fuck them. No, I'm just kidding.
That's just wrong.
The Gary Bears.
The Gary Bears with their hairy derrieres. Chicago, hire me.
They move. I'll never forgive them.
I would laugh. Do you know also?
Knowing your luck, they would
appreciates-
move and then win.
Do you know who appreciates some derrieres? Stephen Kane.
I see what you did there.
Dairy, I got you. Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, I got. It took me a second.
I'm just looking at you. It's just like, when is it gonna hit?
Because
there
when
it
you
is.
first said that, I was like, me, I love ass, and then I was like, oh wait, no, he's making a joke. Ah, there it is.
Dane, what's your potpourri
My potpourri.
or your potpourri? Because America.
Yeah. My potpourri 2025 Golden Dick Turtle. I'm giving it to a YouTube channel by the name of The Fat Electrician. I have learned more about U.S. history through the lens of this man's nonsense in the last year than I did in 12 years of public school. So if you've never watched his stuff, just go there, pull up Fat Electrician, and watch the video about how the U.S. Navy sunk half of Iran's functioning Navy in a single 8-hour workday.
Hell yeah.
Like, that is the most America story I've ever heard in my life, and never heard it once in school. The running theme for that is the word proportional. Because the entire inciting incident, you don't fuck with America's boats. We don't like that shit. That has been the start of almost every major war that we've ever been involved in. We didn't want in World War II. What brought us into World War II?
They fucked with our boats.
Pearl Harbor. They fucked with our boats. It is such a constant. He's got special T-shirts made. Don't fuck with America's boats.
Everyone makes fun of and fucks with the Navy, but only we're allowed to fuck with the Navy. If anybody else fucks with the Navy, there's a fucking problem.
Yeah, hanging out with Marines. There were so many times that like my cousin was Navy, and he would be like, the Marines are a department of the Navy, and the very first thing out of every Marine's mouth when they're reminded that they are a department of the Navy is, yes, the men's department.
That's a good response. That's a good response.
But yeah, check out The Fat Electrician. Nick is an amazing storyteller and autistically in depth with his research. So
yeah.
We've got just one little bit of housekeeping. We have the People's Dick Turtle. So if you remember last year, I went through our most popular episodes, and the landslide victor for the 2024 season was Lord of War, because for some reason YouTube was recommending it for people searching for sex scenes in movies.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I will say that
it's got a good sex shower scene.
That this year's People's Dick Turtle is going to a episode that blew that one out of the water by like 20% more in hits. But the top 3 most viewed episodes of Data and Jeff's Media Dump for 2025. Number 3, top 3 video game soundtracks.
Wait, what? Oh,
Yeah,
never mind. Yeah. No, I remember. Yeah.
The video game soundtrack episode that we did, which Dalton, you were here for.
Mm-hmm.
The number 2, which doubled the video game soundtrack numbers, was last year's Drunken Review.
Hell yeah. People listen to 4 hours of our bullshit.
I cannot believe that 4-hour behemoth was our second most watched / listened to episode. But the number 1 episode blowing out the previous record was episode number 15. We've mentioned it before today, Big Trouble in Little China. And I can only assume that the length convinced people that they were getting ready to watch a bootleg episode or bootleg version of the movie on YouTube, and that overly padded our numbers and spread the word of Dana just. So that is our 3 ninjas.
I love it, dude.
Beautiful. Way to go, Kurt Russell. You did it.
So the people's votes are in. The People's Dick Turtle has gone to Big Trouble in Little China.
John Carpenter, you done it again, you son of a bitch.
So I think that covers basically everything for the Drunken Review. We've got wasted. I've been sitting here long enough to sober up a little bit. We did the full list of the Dick Turtles this year instead of skipping a couple. And I guess all that's left is the next episode. And in honor of his birthday, we're going to give the first episode of 2026 to our resident permanent guest host, the Steam Machine himself. So Dalton, what are you going to subject us to next time?
All right, so
Cube 3.
I knew your boys were pretty disappointed with Cube 2 Hypercube. So I figured I would go back to a movie. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say I've seen this movie exactly one time. And when I saw that movie the one time, I watched it with my parents, and it blew all of our minds. Now, whether it holds up, I'm curious to know, which is why I'm going to pick it. It's a movie from 2003, directed by Clint Eastwood. Jeff, I do apologize. The runtime is 2 hours, 18 minutes. So it's a little long. But the 4 main stars of the movie are Sean Penn, Tim Robbins, Kevin Bacon, and Lawrence Fishburne. And it is a tragic story of a murder of a 19-year-old girl that reunites 3 childhood friends living in Boston.
So we're going to get some dunks.
I was going to say, I thought one of you would go like, hey, Boston, eh. But the victim's gangster father, a detective, and the disturbed man that they both suspect of killing her. We are going to watch the movie, gentlemen, Mystic River.
I've heard of this movie. I've never seen it.
Same. I heard it talked about and have never actually watched it. So
It's got a decent rating.
I think I've heard good things about it, so I'm intrigued. Clint Eastwood. I'm all down for one of his movies.
Well, I just thought it was funny that one of your comments when we were watching Cube 2 in the as the thing was going through, you were like, I don't recognize any of these names. Not a single one. So when I was like, okay, this next movie, Jeff is gonna for sure know the people in it.
Who is this Lawrence Fishburne?
This is Sean Penis is Scene Penis.
Sean
Tim
Penn,
Meadows.
like, isn't he a magician?
Tim Robbins. No, you mean Tim Meadows, don't you?
No,
Kevin Porkchop.
Sean Penn, like, he's paired up with the guy that never talks.
Scene Penis or Scene Pen?
Yeah, there's
Because obviously it's Sean Bean. Why is it not Scene Bean or Sean Bond?
So
two other names that jump out to me in the cast is Emmy Rossum, who I believe is the main chick in
She's adorable.
Shameless.
She's adorable. I love her.
Yes, and Robert Wahlberg. So we get one of the Wahlbergs, but not the Wahlberg, and not the other
Donnie.
Wahlberg. It's the other.
No, Donnie. Fuck.
so it's the other Wahlberg.
The other
Wahlberg.
We've
Yeah,
already
man.
got our one sentence review.
It's just fucking Robert, the other Wahlberg.
Because everyone knows Donnie. He's not in his element.
You're out of your element. But yeah, man, I'm excited to watch this. I'm really like, this is one of those movies that I've wanted to go back and watch for a long time, but I've never like found a good reason to, because I'm weird about watching movies by myself, which is why I like doing the movies in the Discord where I can watch it with other people. So yeah, and if you guys need help sourcing this at all, just let me know. I got you.
Well, I remember this movie being well talked about, so it shouldn't be hard to source. But yeah, we'll definitely try and get a watch party going for it.
Yeah, I'm excited, man.
So, you know how we said we weren't going for a record? We're 15 minutes shy of a 4-hour podcast pre-edit.
Not according to my recording.
Oh
yeah, but I
because-
recorded for quite a while before you finally got on board.
Yes.
Plus, you froze your shit whenever your camera decided to shit its pants.
I was going to say, I didn't freeze shit. My camera froze shit.
So, if you've lasted this far, God bless you. I don't know how you put up with these drunken reviews, but we tested good last year. Hopefully it tests good again this year. But if you've lasted this long, we love you. I've been Mr. Puzzles. That's been Grumpy Jeff. He's been the Steam Machine. And you've been the audience. Thanks for listening. We love our viewers. And here's to another year. Jeff, do you have any lovely words to leave these lovely people with?
Yes, I do. In the words of William Shakespeare, fuck you, Mick. We're not watching South Park.
Our theme song is Phoenix Down by Nile The Nightmare. You can find a link to that track as well as his full discography in the show notes or by visiting nilethenightmare.bandcamp.com. Want to hang out with us and a bunch of other entertaining degenerates? Join us on Discord at bit.ly/TSMPDiscord, all caps. Enjoy the show, rate us where you're at, and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next one. I don't think any of us want to get as drunk as we did last time.
Well, I mean, technically you beat Yabspot in the fact that Yabspot isn't around anymore. So as long as you guys get past the 69th episode, you'll be fine.
Well, this is number 30. Yeah. Year and a half, and we also had 2 month-long hiatuses because shit. Rehab.
It happens, man. And death.
I love
The
the
death
fact
and
that
resurrection
Mick
of
was the
Jeff.
one who, yeah, that was a wild one. I love the fact that Mick was the one who sent me a private message like, are you really in rehab? Or are you doing a bit?
Mick's so sincere. Like, I love that motherfucker to death because, like, he'll do stuff like that, and you're like, oh no, man, I was just fucking around. He's like, okay, man, I just wanted to be sure if you need to talk, and I'm like, motherfucker, you're too nice for us.
Well, it's like one time, you hit me with one of those one time in Game Buds. I was just whiffing it at Rift Track, so I went and poured a drink and said, "So much for 30 days sober coin tomorrow," and then glug glug glug.
Oh God, yeah, that's right. Oh, dude.
And then won the next 2 games because I was wasted. Like, hey, Dane, look, I don't know if you're joking, but like, you know, it is just a game. Like, not to me, it ain't. I ain't no quitter.
Yeah.
You eat my ass.
I remember having the conversation with Nicola, being like, I apologize if we bust your balls a lot. I was like, we're all used to it because we were forged in the flames of Game Buds. I was like, and that's where we all really got to know each other. I said, so you didn't get to come in on that. So when we would bust his balls, it would throw him off because he wasn't used to it when he was first joining the show. Obviously, he's gotten used to it now because he throws them right back at everybody. Like, but I just remember having to have that conversation with him. Like, oh yeah, man, no, we never mean any ill intent. We're just taking your nuts and flicking them a little. But you're supposed to flick ours back, man. Don't. Among Us.
Yeah, social deduction games are designed to destroy friendships.
This is going to kill us all if we don't. Yeah. It's funny today. My manager Katie was telling me that on New Year's Eve that her and her husband, or not her, excuse me, her boyfriend and then their daughter, her daughter. I don't know how exactly that works. Anyway, the 3 of them played Among Us together and they were having a blast. And I was like, oh, well, that's awesome. And in my head, I thought of that, and I was like, not going to bring it up. No need for me to bring up the negative thing when she's talking about this very positive thing. And I'm like, yeah, Among Us is fun. That's just what I left it. And I was like, Among Us is fun. I left off the for a while. Us either. Yeah, it's been a while since we've played, too, because since we've played, they finally added in the lighthouse, which I haven't gotten to do yet. And now they've added another location. And apparently there's like new tools. Oh, there's all kinds of shit that's new. And dude, I'm down. It's a sweet game. That was some funny shit. There were multiple like really funny deaths in that game. Like when someone would get wrecked by the ghost and then they would be like halfway in the wall, just their legs sticking out. Like the ghost threw your ass through the wall. Well, here's the thing about haunted games and with like ghosts and stuff like that. It's like it can be broken mechanics and you're just going to think it's part of the fucking haunt. Other than like clipping and stuff like that. But even that still fits it. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah. Actually, Madokin Queen in the Discord turned me on to Devour. That game's fun as fuck.
I don't think I've played that.
It's a little more intense. One I would like to really check out with you guys, and Jeff, you may have heard of this one, Forewarned. So Dane, just to give you the quick rundown, like Jeff said, it's basically exactly like Phasmophobia, but you go into Egyptian tombs. And the crazy thing, here's what that game does the best in my opinion. It is the sound design. Because when you're down in the tomb, it reverbs and echoes everything. So your footsteps, you guys talking to one another in the game, sounds like you guys are in a big fucking vacant room. And the further you get away, the further you sound. So it has like spatial sounding. I don't know what the actual term for that is, but like it's, so if you're in another room and you're like, hey, I found something, it's going to sound in your headphones like they're actually in another room yelling at you, instead of just being like, you know, how sometimes it is on Discord where it still just sounds like you're talking into a microphone. It's wild how good they implemented it. And the traps in that game will fuck you in the butt. Not literally.
Maybe.
You catch a spike the right way. You never know.
Now, here's a pitch that I have for you guys for an April Fool's media dump episode. Dalton, you probably are at least passingly familiar with this as a subject. Jeff, I know you don't watch multi-hour YouTube videos like me and him do. So, games that don't exist. Have you ever watched any of Super Eye Patch Wolf's videos? He does some good videos, and only 4 of the videos that he's ever done were about wrestling. So he's a cool dude. He used to talk about anime. He's done 4 videos about wrestling. Most of the time, it's really weird shit, just off the wall. Like, he's the reason that I'm
That's
watching
cop.
Riverdale.
Tells like that.
But he's got
Yeah, his
a two-parter on fake video games. One of them that he shouts out, I think there might be some fertile ground there for an April Fool's episode. It's called Ghost Bleed. It's like a 20-minute YouTube video where some dude made this homage to the campy survival horrors of the PlayStation 2 era, or PlayStation 1 era. And even on the loading screens that he animated and faked, you can hear the disc read on the PlayStation. So it's loading up, and you hear that, and it is so ridiculous. But it might be a fun one, because I haven't watched the full video start to finish, to watch that, pretend we played it. Kind of like the past midnight thing. But, if someone goes looking, they'll actually find a video, and they're like,
oh, shit.
How have I never heard of this?
Jeff, I know you said that you watched a 3-hour Skyrim lore video. Sir, those are rookie numbers. Dane, before it got removed from YouTube, how long was that King of the Hill retrospective that me and you were watching?
It wasn't King of the Hill. It was
it was Beverly Hillbillies.
48 hours.
48-hour video.
Which it is preserved on the Internet Archive.
And then Josh Strife Hayes has taken some of his game playthroughs and made them into one long video for people to watch, and some of those are like 90 hours of him playing Morrowind and shit like that.
I really enjoy his, I was just going to say, I really enjoy his Was It Any Good videos, but
yeah,
I never could get that much into his like worst MMO ever series or his Let's Plays.
He is very critical in his MMOs now that he's played so many of them. I will say this, his Was It Any Good is a great series. I liked his game streams until he started doing weird shit because he's just to troll chat. So like he has his, I don't remember if he still does this, but he had his screen set up to where he was walking on a treadmill and playing on a standing keyboard and mouse, and his capture was of his screen, but his screen was 4x3'd with an old Windows 98 look to it. And with the Windows 98 look to it, he would then window the game that he was playing in the middle. And that's how he would stream. And I'm like, Deadpool meme, motherfucker, this is hard to look at.
Oh.
And he's like, oh, go ahead. No, go ahead, Jeff. Oh, no, I'm just saying he'll be streaming like a game with really good graphics. And it's just in such a small fucking screen. It's just weird.
800 by 600.
Mm-hmm. You bastard. Yeah, but you got... Yeah, in my head when I started seeing you do that, I was like, oh, Jeff finally started Steamies. But hey, you got Mortal Kombat a week early this week, so... Did I not? Oh, well, I'll tell you the same thing I told Kana when I forgot to ask her question. It was like 1:30 in the morning. Yeah, dog, I'm sorry. I was rushing to get through so Mikolov could go to bed. Oh, for Steamies. That was probably also like 1 o'clock in the morning. That episode was long as shit. I think it was like 4.5 hours before I cut it down.
Man, when y'all were recording last night, me and Paul playing Terraria, we played for like 2 hours, just sitting there talking stone cold shit. Like, I can't believe they're still recording. And he's like, you think Ian will jump in? And then like a few minutes later, Nate jumped in. And then like an hour later, Willie. Oh, you're fine.
Five Nights at Freddy's. Outlast. The first Outlast.
Hold on.
Yeah. I'll never forget the message from Nate and from Outlast 2 in the group chat where he just said, well, I never thought I'd watch a woman give birth in a video game, but here we are. Yeah. Outlast 1 and Outlast Whistleblower, which was like the prequel to 1, way better than Outlast 2. But I've heard Outlast Trials is better than 2 as well, so I don't know.
Okay, apparently the Kevin Costner Robin Hood is actually notorious for a surprising number of jump scares.
Really?
It's the dude's like, no, seriously, I'm not kidding. So that might be the way to get him without him knowing he's being got.
I still feel bad because I told him that there were no jump scares in Jurassic Park, and they're like no less than 3. And I was like, my bad. I forgot about these. It had been a long time.
Well, the original Grudge has some of the best jump scares ever because they're not acknowledged by the characters. It's the sort of thing that either you
Dude,
notice watching
background.
it. Yeah, it's just, wait, the fuck? Like, that is the
Dane.
best earned jump scares that I've ever seen.
I have a GMM episode or two to send you. I don't know if you like Good Mythical Morning or even know like Rhett and Link, like those guys. So
They
do
used to live
these-
like an hour away from.
Oh, that's right. North Carolina boys. So they've been doing these episodes where they do the entire thing in the dark.
Yeah.
So they have their studio completely blacked out. All they can really see are the red lights on the camera that like allows the infrared to pick them up for the black and white shot, right? Or the night vision. All the studio people are in another room, and they'll be doing these games in the complete dark. And every now and then, just off in the corner, will just be like someone in one of the creepiest masks that I've seen in a while and long black hair just standing there. And they're just there. They're not acknowledged. Rhett and Link never see them. I am waiting for the day that one of them touches that thing by accident and it like goes, "Brah!" Because I guarantee it'll probably be Link and he'll probably piss himself.
That makes me think of Everyman Hybrid. Did you ever follow that shit?
No, I don't know if I know that.
Like, when they started out, they were doing like exercise and fitness videos, like things you can do at home. And you would see the Slenderman in the background.
Hell yeah.
And then they were doing one in a basement when the Slenderman is like moving across in the background of the basement. And then the next episode is like, hey, look, so yeah, we got called out. Yeah, we were kind of joking around with the whole Slenderman stuff. Like, yeah, haha, we thought it was kind of funny, but uh, the one we posted last week, we honestly don't know who that was. And then that's when like the creepy spiral starts because that
Love it.
wasn't one of their guys. And it ends with like two of them fighting each other to the death while one is possessed by some weird otherworldly being calling himself Rabbit.
That sounds awesome.
It's fucked. It's so weird.
And you have to, if you watch that South Park, I will enforceably make Mikolov play Outlast, and I will record him doing so. So keep that in mind. I will record it, so you get to watch him suffer playing through a game that is going to scare the shit out of him. Yeah, that's true. Or Blair Witch. Blair Witch was also a pile of dog crap. Oh yeah, that's
Alien
right.
Isolation was perfect on paper. It was everything I would have asked out of Alien game, and it was a case of thanks, I hate it.
Yeah. That's the part I didn't give a shit about. Once they introduced that and they were bullet sponges, I was like, fuck this. No, I want to just worry about the alien. Me, mano a mano with alien. That's all I wanted.
Alien levels
I
are
don't know.
great. Until you figure out I do this and this and this and completely break the alien.
Do you know, I would love to do this with you guys for a media dump one day. Dane, I believe, I've been recording for 20 minutes.
Yeah, we just got off on tangents before I could get a sync time.
Well, I hit record.
Oh, that was quality content, Jeff. No, I'm kidding.
I've got it
I
all
will say,
recorded anyway.
Dane, I believe you're familiar with this. Jeff, I don't think you are. To cover the infomercials that used to come on Adult Swim late at night.
Yeah.
I forgot what they're called.
Unedited footage of a bear and
Yeah, they're the house with
Wham
people in
City
it.
Comedy.
Yeah,
They really did it.
comedy.
I don't know. It's because I used to watch like the late night like Comedy Central. What you say this was Comedy Central or what was this on?
This was Adult Swim.
No, I would not have watched.
But they're not what you think.
Yeah,
Like one
I
looks
did
like
watch Robot Chicken. I did watch Family Guy. So maybe.
Too Many Cooks was the one that went viral.
that was what I was going to bring up. Is Too Many Cooks. It starts off like it's a new show coming on, but the credits just keep going, and I don't want to give any more than that. But that's Too Many Cooks. Then like the house with people in it is fucking weird. What's the other one that you named?
Unedited footage of a bear.
Unedited footage of a bear is weird. The one where the dude's doing the infomercial with the AI.
I don't think I've seen that.
That's a weird fucking one too. That was one of the earlier ones. I watched a whole video on it.
We should just do infomercials in general. Like, do you know
Billy
how
Mays.
often
Billy Mays here.
Billy Mays here, or what was it? The magic bullet, that a little like pocket size food blender, or what's the set it and forget it oven? What's that thing called?
Oh, I can't remember, but I remember the set it and forget it. There was the ShamWow.
I think of the
ShamWow.
dude Vince something or other, because he did the untitled comedy or something comedy movie of later on, but he did I think it was ShamWow or something like that, because but in the infomercial he goes, "Wet pussy, no problem. Dry your cat off with this," and it's a real infomercial. And then it was one for the slap chop, and he goes, "You're gonna love my nuts." He puts your nuts in there, chop chop chop. Now you got chopped nuts. I'm like, bro, what? When I first heard that
sounds
Wet
like
pussy?
a Weird Al gag, like in
Exactly.
UHF or something.
It really does, dude. It's like I thought they were fake. No, legitimate products. You could call and buy them. This dude would just throw stuff in there like that, like he was just testing, like what he
Testing
could
the
get away.
waters.
When I heard "wet pussy, no problem," I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me, dude?"
Well, apparently Mike Rowe was really good on the Shopping Network before he got his Dirty Jobs gig. That's how he got
I
his
mean,
like,
have you listened to
recognition.
that guy's voice? I'd listen to his voice all the time, and I do. I listen to his podcast.
The
Oh, yeah,
guy who
The Way I Heard It. That the one you're talking about?
I think so. Yeah.
I love that.
I didn't know he had a bod. The guy who used to do Cash Cab is a stand-up comedian, and I don't know if you've ever seen any of his
Ben
stuff.
Bailey. Yeah, I love
Ben
his shit.
Bailey. Dude, the joke he's got about how he doesn't do that anymore, but he really has thought about like starting up just driving a cab in New York so people get in and think it's him, and then run through the whole drive, and at the end just be like, "No, that show stopped 10 years ago. You owe me such and such." Oh, dude, that'd be great.
What about
You
the one
should've
where he
known
got
this
road
wasn't
rage
Cash
in New York?
I don't know if I've heard that.
Oh man, there was one where they got stopped. It's time for a red light challenge, and some dude like a few cars back just keeps honking every time he talks. Let's try that again. It's time for a red hat. Dun, 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 dun. Just over and over, and like now he's not in a game show anymore. He's like dun, 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 and just honking back and forth, and then he rolls down his window, flips the dude off, and he's kind of metronoming in time with his honking. And then the honking stops. He's like, okay, maybe I made my point. And he looks in his mirror, and that guy's got out of his car, so he gets out of his car. That dude's expecting like a little Indian dude because it's New York and it's a cab. And then
And Ben
6'3" Ben Bailey's like goes off on him, cussing and screaming. And the dude's like, "You're crazy! I'm gonna call the cops." He's like, "Oh, you're gonna call the cops? Why don't you go ahead, call the cops. Turn around, talk to that cop behind you. He works for me." And when that guy turns around, like their security cop that they have with them is standing right behind him with his hand on his holster. And that
He
dude
works for me.
That dude gets back in his car and just rolls up his window, is sitting super, super still. And, Ben Bailey's just stalking back and forth, mad dogging him. And the cop walks up to him and is like, "Ben, what are you doing? You're a game show host."
Right? That's like getting bitched out by Pat Sajak or something. You know what I mean?
So Ben takes a deep breath, sits back down in the cab, and so we're stuck at a red light, and that means it's time for a red light. Those poor bastards in the backseat, like,
Oh, dude. Jeff, thoughts on Pat Sajak?
But weirdly enough, when I hear Pat Sajak, I think of the time he showed up on Rugrats. And the funny
That's
thing is,
right.
I don't know if that was his voice or not. It's possible.
Yeah, but with cartoons back then, you never know.
And it's a '90s kid show about babies. I feel, and Nickelodeon. This is like prime Nickelodeon. So yeah, I think he would have done it.
it was like all the time Simpsons got back when they were still good, when they would have celebrity cameos that would go uncredited or miscredited. Like the time Michael Jackson was on there, but put a fake name down.
Or the fact that for the longest time, you're just like James Earl Jones. It's.
James
I mean, when you
Ojo.
listen to it now, you're going, of course. But when you're young, it's just like you're not paying attention to it.
I'll never forget watching Rugrats and freaking out because Stu said, "What the heck?" And I was like,
I mean, the first time I heard Ed and Eddie, what in Sam hell are you doing? I was like,
"What?"
Or Rocco's Modern Life and how their favorite restaurant was the Choky Chicken.
hell yeah.
Dude, there was so much in Rocco's Modern Life that was not for kids.
And then they finally caught it, and they were like, all right. That's why in later seasons, the restaurant's the Chunky Chicken.
I thought it was the chewy chicken.
Maybe it was changed to Chewy, but originally it was the Choky Chicken.
I remember it was the choky chicken, yeah.
I was thinking they
And
changed it to
Rocco worked at a sex hotline.
That was the first fucking episode. Maybe the second. That's not one of the first 2 episodes. I can't remember if it was pilot or the next one. Oh baby, oh baby, oh baby. Rocco.
Rocco.
Oh, Rocco. Fish sticks.
Mrs.
Yeah,
Bighead?
fish sticks. Don't ask me. I can't do a heifer.
You are a heifer.
Bad
thank you.
bitch. He's not
We
a
have to
cow.
remember
He's
that
a steer.
He's a steer. He did it with a prostitute, and you hear it. They went to it. They spent the night in the hotel, and you hear him. It's just like, oh, Sheila.
He gets hooked up to a milk machine and
Shayla.
falls in love with it.
Oh my god.
You'd be
Goddamn.
surprised. You have no idea how weird that episode is, where they cut that scene entirely, and then at the end it's just like, I have to say goodbye to someone, and you see him say goodbye to that machine, that milk machine, and you're just going like, why is he saying goodbye to that thing? Then finally, when you watch the episode unedited, years later, you're going, oh. It's
we
a
actually
masturbatory
taped that
thing.
one off of Nickelodeon, so I had that one on VHS, just a home recording of a bunch of Nickelodeon shit before they ever cut it out back in the old days, and I wore that fucking tape out. I love that episode.
You know what was a really fucking strange show from that period of time was Cow and Chicken.
Yes.
Because my biggest memory about that show was the devil with his big red ass that he always bounced around on and stuff. It was very strange.
They got
And you
away
got I
with
am
a
Weasel, IR Baboon.
Cow and Chicken actually got away with one fun joke that was you had to turn on closed catching to catch it, and it was with the devil because he was leading like this, I think an Indian clan, and they were doing their chant as they walked around in the circle, and it was as we pay. As we pay. And whenever you turned on closed captioning and saw as we pay spelled out, it was ass wipe, ass wipe, ass wipe.
Hell yeah.
It's tremendous. Absolutely
that-
tremendous.
Now, the question I have to ask you guys. Cat dog. How do
Great.
they poop? Because they share a colon. There is one episode. It's like an interview, sort of, with Winslow, and dog is eating a taco, and he's putting a shitload of hot sauce on it, and Cat is like, dog, take it easy. It might go through your stomach, but it goes through our colon.
It seems like there was in some official promotional thing like an x-ray of them that showed a little tube that went down to their center. But my headcanon was always, if it goes in one mouth, it's coming out the other one.
Well, that's exactly what happened, because dog ate the taco, and you could clearly see the the fire travel through their body out Cat's mouth.
Fucking cat dog, man. What a wild show that was.
Now you see, I am looking at a X-ray picture. It does not show anything about a tube going straight down.
I could be misremembering. This
remember,
has been, like, what, 20, 30 years? How long has it been since
Doing-
Cat Dog was on the air?
90s.
Oh, fuck.
Like 90s, late 2000s.
I know,
Or
dude.
early 2000s.
It's like on drop frames. Zeke goes, "You want to know what I saw the other day that made me laugh?" Macaulay Culkin just tweeted out, "Hey everybody, you want to feel old? I'm 40."
We have to remind her, Macaulay Culkin's not that much older than us. Well, Dane and I.
Yeah, he's just
We're
couple
like
years
almost
older
10
than
years older than you.
And
Jeff, I know you. Oh, go ahead.
it still weirds me out that Macaulay Culkin hangs out with James Rolfe on a semi-regular basis.
I love that the last time I saw Macaulay Culkin was during a WWE pay-per-view. They were panning the crowd with like celebrities, and there's this person just sitting there with their hat down, and he just lifts his hat up with this smile on his face, and the crowd fucking popped. Like, I mean, one of the loudest chants of the night was for Macaulay Culkin, and I'm like, I don't blame him. He's the man.
He got a bigger pop than Seth Green, who they went out of their way to draw attention to. And then 30 minutes later, Hulk Hogan came out to whore his beer, and the entire crowd turned on him.
And resounding boos, yeah.
No, we will never forgive you. His last official WWE appearance.
Some things you just can't forgive, like the guy that punched Rick Moranis.
Who
That guy would be
punches Rick
dead.
Moranis? Rick Moranis
You don't
is
touch
an
him.
international treasure.
International treasure. I was going to say global treasure, but same thing. Because he's not one of ours. Have you
Maybe,
guys
right?
watched... I know we talked about it. Have you guys watched I Like Me Yet? The John Candy documentary?
No, it's on Netflix,
I keep
right?
meaning no, it's on Prime. I keep meaning it
Prime.
started and get sidetracked.
Brain tissues.
Yeah, I haven't wanted to cry recently.
Yeah, it's John Candy. I mean,
Yeah, I'm sure it's an emotional.
It
documentary
is.
for sure.